about to take off.
Today is gonna be great. It's not even up for debate because tonight it's time for check and mate with your host. The number one entertainer puts a whip in the game like a lion tamer. It's the one and only game changer. And his hostess with the mostest, a woman so fast she'll make a man lose focus. It's sweet melody. Love what she's telling me. The way she kills it, it's a felony. Stick around to the end. If you don't, it's a cardinal sin. Now let the games begin.
All right. Thank you to H&M for that intro. Welcome to Checkmate. I'm your co-host, Game Changer, here with Sweet Melody Media. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
That is awesome. I'm just really excited. I'm being honest. Since I started doing my walking challenge, I'm not going to say challenge because it's a lifestyle for me now, but since I've been walking and jogging, it's been like a month, and eating right, and I cut out all the sugary drinks. I'm just drinking water. I've been feeling so much better, and I've been having so much more energy, and most of all, I'm losing weight. I'm about to get back to my old weight at 125. That's what I'm going for. Actually, between 125 and 135, I'm good with that weight. But I'm losing weight. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. And yeah, it's working out for me.
That's good. That's good to hear. I'm glad that that you was put onto that this new lifestyle. It's tempting. To live like everyone, to get a soda when you're thirsty as opposed to water, or coffee or something like that. It's difficult to give up the things that society puts in your face as temptation. It does take a certain level of discipline. And I think that this is the discipline that you didn't know that you had. So, I'm glad that you found this, that you found this out about yourself.
Yeah. And I want to thank you. And I want to thank my mom and my sister and all the people who gave me constructive criticism. Even though I look good, I wanted to be the best version of myself. Like some people in the space say, shout out to Chantel Simone and the others who do talk about being the best version of yourself. I want to be that toned up, no stomach. I'm here. I'm all in it. I look good already after a month. I'm feeling myself more. But I'm like, nope, nope. I got to get down to my best weight, which was like 125 to 135. Because I'm very close, very, very close to 135. I'll put it like that. But that's what I'm doing.
Well, that's good. That's good that you're getting those accomplished. Getting
Yes,
goals accomplished.
absolutely. Well, how's keto going before we begin?
Keto is good. So last time I was on the phone with you, or on this stream with you, and you remember I had to leave. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was sick. I don't think it was keto related, but I was sick. But actually, keto is going real well. I got to do something. Well, I'm not going to get into that, but in short, keto is going real well. I actually found out some things about how I work with the meter and what stage is optimal for me. Because what you do is you get the keto meter and it tells you where you are in ketosis and you don't want to go too high.
Mhm.
And but everybody's different. So once you get to a certain level, you eat some fruit or something like that to get back down. But there
Right.
is a sweet spot that optimizes the performance of the lifestyle. And I think I'm a lot closer to figuring out exactly what that is. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, and definitely. And I've seen what you look like. I feel like you have a nice body weight because of the
Why, thank you.
keto. You're welcome. And I really honestly think you should keep it going. This is what works for you best. Just like walking and the lifestyle I'm doing, running and jogging works for me. That works for you. So keep it up. Good job. I just want to let you know. And anybody out there who's trying to
Mhm.
work on being the best version of themselves, good job. Congratulations. Keep it going. All right. So, game changer.
Yeah.
You wanna say hi? Oh, go ahead. You wanna say hi to the
No, go
people in
for
the
it.
chat?
You got it.
All right, I'll do it today. We have
Yeah, yeah.
ready? Oh, we have Mills in the building. Salute to you, Mills. H&M. Thanks for coming and thanks again for that info. I like the. I mean that intro. Sorry, I like that one much better. Thank you. Salute to you. We have Irby. Hi, Irby. Thanks for coming. Also, we have TNBN. Salute. And yes, I am losing weight. And it's more of like a tone up. Like, all right. So I'm just getting myself in better shape, more tone, and slimming down some inches. That's what I want to call it. I'm not trying to get all sick, skinny, or none of that. I'm just trying to be the best version of me. So yeah, I am losing weight. Irby says walking and jogging, but still addicted to sugar Coke drinks. I mean, sugar drink, Coke drinks. You got to leave that alone, Irby. Leave the sugar alone. I absolutely drink no sugar unless it's a fruit smoothie, and I mix my fruit smoothies with my regular, with vegetables, and it works. So yeah, leave
You're
that
not doing
corn syrup
anything, Irby.
alone. Yeah.
You're not doing anything. And I hate to break it to you like this, but um, unless you walk 6 miles for every can of soda, you're not doing anything
Right.
with that. And I'm not trying to insult what you are doing, but let's be clear. You say you exercise and stuff, you jog and stuff, but you're really just working off like a sip of soda. Get rid of the soda is the key. Being real. And if you don't believe me, look at the treadmill. Like,
You
and
good?
then
What?
push the button for calories. Push the button for calories, and you'll see that it's not that many. The best thing is to get rid of the soda. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah. Shoot. No.
Have I drinking some soda in the past year or so? Yeah, yeah. I had to stay up late, and I went to the Mexican Mart and got a soda. I'm not proud of it, but
Hmm.
it takes a lot of work for one bottle of soda. Not worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
GC.
I do it like in
It's not.
emergencies.
Yeah, GC, it's not worth it at all, especially with that corn syrup. Guys, always read the back of your sugary drinks if you have to drink them. And if it says high fructose corn syrup, throw that right in the garbage because that right there is hard for your body to break that down. If you drink that, that's going to
Oh
stay in
yeah,
your body for a long time. Right, GC?
yeah. Well, notice I said the Mexican market because they don't have corn syrup; they use sugar.
Okay. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
That's true.
but
It's still bad for you.
but yeah,
Still soda alone. You
no, it's
gotta
still
leave
bad
the
for you. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like in a desperate, I need to stay awake or I lose my job type deal. I did partake in the healthiest caffeine jolt I could find, and
soda.
that's what I did. But that
Try.
this is like once or twice a year. But if you're a regular soda drinker, no amount of cardio, well, and only an extraordinary amount of cardio is going to negate that, and then you're just neutral. You did 20 miles a day just so you can have that soda.
Right, guys, I promise you. All right, I'm gonna get off this real quick, but I promise you, because it's working for me. I've only been doing this for a month. Leave the sugary drinks alone. Water, 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 water. Drink at least 8 glasses, 8 to 12 glasses of water. I promise you, you will lose pounds every like 5 days. You'll drop a pound. Literally, every 5 days you will drop a pound or two if you just walk at least 4 miles. Me, I do six. I do 5 to 6 because I'm running, I'm walking. Do those miles and drink water. I promise you. And leave the soda alone. You will lose weight fast. Trust me. But thank you for that. Hi, the chill. What is that? The chilly man. Thank you. He says if Melody hits 130, I'm gonna say again because that's my prime weight usually. But if Melody hit 130, I'm bringing her to Texas. You funny. And let me see who else we have. Chris G says, hit the like button. You guys, it's very important to hit the like button. That is how GC and I will get into the algorithm. If you guys hit that, show us love, show us support, and definitely share on your platform. If you forgot to share, it's okay. It's not too late. It's the beginning of the show. Share, share, share. And you will be doing me and GC a huge favor. All right. And then we have Dane coming through with the first super chat. Thank you for that $5 super chat. He says, peace, melody, and game changer. Melody, you should try fasting. It's an excellent way to lose weight. Actually, I am doing intermittent fasting, which means that I don't eat between, all right, so I start my eating around 10 and I stop my eating around 7:30. Like that's my last meal. I also walk in the morning before, like on an empty stomach, before I eat anything. I walk and then I eat either after lunch I walk either after lunch or after dinner. After I eat, that also helps. So yeah, the fasting is a good way to do it, but I wouldn't completely fast. I would do an intermittent fasting. That works a lot. All right, guys, but thank you for that, Dane. I appreciate you. We are gonna get started. I gotta move the overlay. Here we go. Oh wait, that's not the overlay. What are we doing? Here we go. All right, guys, let's get started. So today we're gonna be talking about a crazy Kendra G that I saw. GC did not see it yet, so this is gonna be a fresh reaction from GC's side, but it's a Seggs. We can't say the real word. We're going to say eggs with an S. It's a Seggs worker who wants a serious relationship, and it's a good one. So, fair use. Fair use, y'all. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, fair use.
Yeah.
Do you have sex with them?
Huh?
Wait.
Do you have sex with them too?
Hold on. That's not where I'm going to start it from. Here.
Selected me! Don't freaking like Kendra! Okay. Oh, this is looking ugly. Okay, we gotta go into my room. My forehead looking big. Okay, well, let's go to my room. It'll look better in there. Okay. It will still look a little big, but whatever.
What's your name, baby?
So my outside name, my street name is Holiday, but my real name is Kayla.
Say it again. Your name is Kayla?
Yes.
Kayla, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25.
I want to pause it real quick. Let's talk about how hard her face looks for 25.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna call her ugly, and I most certainly wouldn't kick her out of my bed. But I will say that she does have a lizard thing going on. And it's not terrible. I see that a little bit on with Haley Bailey. Most
Yeah.
certainly, Haley is cuter with a more innocent look. She has sharper features, including the corners of her mouth. Nice
Mhm.
cheekbones. Yeah. Once
Oh,
again, wouldn't kick her out of my bed, but yeah, I did notice that she has kind of like a lizardy look to her.
that's hilarious. So lizard. So she looks like a lizard.
Yeah.
That's a new one to
Well,
me.
I mean, because lizards have wide mouths. If you ever look like at a lizard's face, they have like that straight line for a mouth that's longer than humans. So yeah, that's
Like
proportionate.
do, to me, she looks like a Komodo dragon a little bit. Like you know
Yeah,
what
that's
a
a big lizard. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah,
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, but she, like you said, she's not ugly, but she looks at least 30. She looks way older than 25. Definitely.
Um, okay. I didn't really try to put a number on it because both of those ages is younger than are within my dating range. But
Hmm.
I will say that if you mention it, I could kind of see like a 40-year-old playing a 20-year-old on TV. She kind of
Yeah.
has that. Uh,
Yes.
once again, I'm not gonna roast her. I don't know this woman, but I'm not gonna. I didn't like when. Okay, I'll put it like this. What you just said didn't pop out to me when I seen her. I mean,
Hmm.
nothing really popped out to me, but about her other than she's. I wouldn't kick her out of my bed.
Yeah. Irby says she looks 25 to me. Mm-mm. The
I
mouth.
mean, it's like I mean, if you stare at her and scanning for age stuff, then maybe you'll find something. But yeah, just like at a glance, if I met her in person and she told me she was 25, I wouldn't say, "Oh no, this chick lying." Like I wouldn't even because I on a day to day, guys don't really scan that hard.
I'm gonna be honest. These days, 25 looks a lot older than it did. I'm in my 30s now, and when I was in my early 20s or to mid 20s, I we looked like babies. We didn't look like adults, you know. So just seeing the 25-year-olds now, they just look at least 30. I'm not gonna say 40, like you said. She looks like she can be 40. I'm gonna say at least mid 30. She looks at least 10 years older than her age to me. But that's just
I
my
think you're
opinion.
right, but I don't know, and I think that that's on both sides. But I don't know what that is because and I think it's the opposite too, meaning that okay, so when you think of like what a 30-year-old man looked like, let's just take Michael B. Jordan, who's in his 30s.
And
Um,
his, I think he's like more in his mid to late 30s.
yeah, exactly, in his 30s.
Yeah.
He doesn't look anything like my grandfather did at 30 or in his mid to late 30s. By that time you're already balding and gray and got and your oldest kid is pregnant with your grandkid and stuff, and you look like you look like George Jefferson. Okay, let's use these as an example. The father from Good Times, George Jefferson. This is what like guys in their 30s used to look like.
Wait, were they in their 30s? George Jefferson
I don't
and
know. I don't know. I do know that I do know the father from Good Times. It was really only like 5 years older than JJ. Um,
wow.
yeah, don't know how old he was, but I do know that his character was in his 30s.
Right.
So and he already had 3 kids, walking and talking, and making fun of each other in the ghetto apart. That's what mid 30s used to be, and they had that look that would be associated with probably like late 40s by today's standards.
Mm.
So, okay, George was mid 40s, and that's about right. But see, I'm also in my 40s, and I'm not George. I'm not like a balding George look. Like back then, late 40s had a whole different look. Like I'm saying, guys don't have that adult look anymore. Like Carl Winslow or the father from Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Uncle
Right.
Phil, rest in peace. These guys look older than the Michael B. Jordans of the day. That's what I'm saying.
Right. The guys
And
like your
all
grand.
right, Michael B. Jordan is in the age range of playing Uncle Phil. He is old enough to have a 16-year-old son or a 16-year-old nephew. He is in that age range. So, it would be believable for him to be like a dad bod type, but he doesn't. He looks significantly younger.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. But it's weird because it went from looking real old back in our grandparents' day, in our parents' day, to looking young in our day, like millennials and the Gen Xers all look young at that age. And now you got the new ones, they back to looking old again. It's just so weird. But Mel had a point. He said that she looks like she can be at least 10 years older because this generation is on drugs so much and they stress over the simple little things over worrying about nothing. And that is true. I do know a lot of young people who take Zans and all types of things,
Huh.
pills, and you name it, mushrooms, acid. They're all on drugs. So that's a good point, Mel. And I believe like when you're working in like especially the adult industry, you are gonna take a lot of narcotics. It is what it is. So that's
Okay.
my opinion.
I mean, yeah, I don't know because we had drugs back in the day too. But I see what Mel's saying, like, because there are drugs now that are used today that weren't used in the past, like meth. That'll make a chick look terrible,
Right.
but but that's not common. Like a more common example would be vapors, and you know, marijuana's legal now. So yeah, I see that. I definitely see what Mel's coming up.
Yeah, I definitely see it. And Irby said the father was in his 30s. I didn't know that from Good Times. He looked like he could at least been 50 plus.
That's my point. That's my point. That I'm saying, like, that's what men look like back in the days.
Right.
That's what 30-year-old looked like back in the day. I kid you not. I was there. Like in the 80s, I knew what a grown man was, and it wasn't what I looked like when I was in my 30s. I didn't start getting a beard. I think I told you this. I didn't start like needing to shave. I had a beard. I had a goatee, but I didn't start needing to shave until like in my 40s.
Hmm. That's crazy.
And it's still not like an everyday thing.
Right.
My dad was different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And real quick, new moon, you're right, because I don't have any kids and I don't look old and stressed. And a lot of women who are my age and older, 30s and up, that don't have kids, they do have a more youthful look to them. So that's a good point.
Yeah. So John Henry saying in the chat room, James Evans' character was mid 30s. Yeah. Yeah, I know what I mean.
Oh, his character. Yeah, definitely. Wait,
Yeah,
Vivian from Pretty Woman.
yeah. And I think Bill Cosby was supposed to be like in his like 40s or so.
No, he
Like on the
wasn't.
Cosby show, that is.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was, honestly.
That's crazy. All right, let's get back to it.
25. Okay, where you calling me from?
Cali.
Cali.
Capital.
What part?
Yeah, I live in the capital. So if you know, you know.
That's why she
Okay,
looked
the capital
familiar.
of California. What?
Oh, you seen her before?
I know I have somewhere. and I've been there often. So I was like, "Damn, why does?" And I thought she was an actress or something, but I was like, "Okay, she's um, I've probably seen her around somewhere."
Yeah, she's from your neck of the woods.
Well, from yeah, close,
Hmm.
like close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. This lady do she do look? She's a young girl, a young woman, but she do look at least 35 plus.
Hmm.
I'm looking at her mouth, but all right, let's continue.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini. Do you have any kids?
No, I have two cats.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
Oh, no kids. Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I could see that. So just so y'all know, where she live in the capital, Sacramento. That's where I go when I want to go gambling. They
Mm.
have Indian reservations there,
Wow.
um, and they have Indian reservations like around there. So I go there from time to time, um, and maybe she does as well.
Hmm. Probably. Because even to me, she looked familiar, and I'm not even from Cali.
Okay, so maybe she just looks like an actress or something.
Maybe. Or maybe you did see her in Sacramento. Who knows?
Hmm.
I am a luxury companion.
A what, honey?
A luxury companion.
What's a luxury companion?
Basically, it's kind of like a sugar baby.
So men pay you to spend time with them?
Yes, I get
Oh,
paid to
that's where
go
I
on
know her.
vacation.
She's one of my sugar babies.
Oh my
That's where I
God.
know.
She was your luxury companion, GC.
She's my luxury companion.
Okay, so she has a fancy. Kevin Samuels used to talk about that. People that used to use fancy job titles for something so simple, like you're an escort. You are an
Well, no, there is a distinction because I think, well, I know that sugar babies are like they're paid monthly
no, but
for availability.
right, but
So I don't know what she. Oh, by the way, for before people start clipping, I was joking. Um, Not only have I never had like a sugar baby, I can't afford one. So let's put that out there. Like I
oh,
mean, I could afford one, but I'd be broke myself. So I, she's not that. She's not at least mine. But but no, I think the difference is, and this is from talking to seg workers, is that is that sugar babies are paid monthly for accessibility, and it's more of a girlfriend experience.
but that's not the job title. Let's read into it further because that's not the job title she was given. I'm gonna
Okay.
continue it. She's saying sugar baby, but that's not the description. So fair use.
Go to work events, go to dinner, um, hang out and stuff.
And what type of men pay you to do these things?
All types of races, all types of ages. Yeah.
Do you have
See, that sounds like an escort because she said they pay her to go out, have a good time with her, go to events, you know, be together. And she's gonna say something else, but I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, these men of all different ages are paying her for their, I guess, companionship. That's an escort.
Okay. Here's the thing. A lot of these women do it all. Like they do whatever's paying at the time, and that's because it's not steady work.
Mm.
And this is something that they don't tell you when they try to sign other women up. It's not steady work, even for sugar babies. Like the whole reason why these guys are getting sugar babies is because they want variety. They're tired of their wives, so they want something new. And then when you're no longer new to them, they want something else new. That's something that they don't tell you. So it's a constant search for new clients. Now, she could be a sugar baby who escorts, who
Hmm.
stand on the corner, but basically they do it all.
But she said she's messing with men of all different ages. Like all different ages are paying for her services. So that wouldn't be a sugar baby, right? Because a sugar baby
That's
is
what I'm saying. I'm saying they do it all.
right.
They do it all from the street corner to the high end luxury hotels to the fly me in to Dubai. They do it all. It's all in there because the industry is not high enough for them to have steady high value clients.
Right.
That's what they don't tell you.
I get what you're saying.
So okay, listen. Let's just say she has she has monthly expenses of $5,000. If she could get that with one um, client, then she'll get it with one client. But if she has to go out and get on her knees 50 times, for $100, then she'll do that too.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. She'll do anything to make ends meet, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. It's like some teachers, right? Like, you'll be surprised at how many university professors will, when they first start out, they teach at Harvard and they also teach at the local Boston Community College.
Hmm. Facts. Okay, I see what you mean.
It
Have sex
was,
with them?
huh?
Do you have sex with them too?
Some of them.
Okay, so just curious, what are you looking for tonight on my show?
Well, like I would like to find my perfect match. Like, I haven't dated since I've been
Okay,
this type
pause it.
of work. I've been doing this type of
Okay, John Henry and Mel are saying something.
work.
Listen, escorts are higher paid when somebody is paying them. When
Hmm.
somebody is not paying them and the rent keeps renting, then they will become streetwalkers to make ends meet. That is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
They're not going to get evicted waiting for the next high-end client. There's periods of time between clients that sometimes they will be on the street. That's how that works.
Yeah, I don't think they just do one or the other.
Yeah.
She probably is a worker as well.
I mean, ideally, if they're extremely successful and they're just like the hottest thing out there, then yes. But for the most part, escorts escort when they can escort. But
Hmm.
when they can't escort, they walk the streets. And really, streetwalkers escort when they can escort.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing stopping a streetwalker from putting her goods on the escort site. And if somebody is going to pay 10 times as much for the same thing that somebody else is paying for on the street, then they're going to do that.
Yeah, because
I'm
I
not
can
saying that.
imagine that like the white men probably pay her a lot of money.
Maybe.
Young 25-year-old, not terrible looking. I can see like the white men, cops and things like that buying her for the night or for the week.
Maybe. I
See?
mean, I don't, depending on what the market is like there, if it's in Sacramento, yeah, I think it's mostly white. It's mostly white. There
Right.
isn't anything that I know of there that, other than it being the capital, that is really like a lure for, like top tier master of the universe type white dudes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like New York or something where they literally have Wall Street, or a booming tech industry like in the Bay or something that would attract like really, really, really like 7 to 8 figure dudes that just really got money to burn.
Right.
There's nothing about Sacramento that leads me to conclude that it's those type of white guys there,
Mm-hmm.
in mass, but Yeah. Yeah, she probably, I don't know. Like she said, she sell it to all different races.
Yeah.
Work for about like a year, and I haven't dated since because I feel like if it's a good guy, that's not fair to him. But like usually out here in Cali, like I only encounter like, am I allowed to say cuss words?
Yeah, sure.
I mostly
Why
like
wouldn't you be
being
allowed to say
hood
customer?
niggas, so I feel like it's not really worth me to not do.
What'd you say, GC?
I said, why would she be allowed to say customers?
I think she said, "Am I allowed to say cuss words?"
Oh, okay. I thought you said customers. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Do the type of work and I don't tell them what I do. Um, but so it's like, why bother getting a job if I'm just gonna encounter guys that aren't worth me getting a real job? But also too, I need to let it be known I can easily get a real job. I've had 26 jobs and I've only gotten 2.
You're 20.
She's 25 and had 26 jobs and got fired from 2.
Yeah, that's very weird. That's very weird. So, which is something that's common. Um, you know, dang, but she's only been an adult, what, like 80 months?
That's what I'm saying. Something the math ain't mathing. I think she's older than 25 because the math ain't mathing, if that's true.
That's probably what it is. But first of all, I wouldn't even keep count. And
But
okay, I could see. Okay, I see what she's saying. I see what she's saying. You know what it is? Because I
what?
see people doing stuff, and I wonder what it is. Here's probably what she's talking about. There's a lot of like seasonal or event field jobs, and
Like
she
temp
probably
jobs.
specializes, huh?
Temp jobs.
Yeah, but even still, in temp jobs is like something you think about like in an office or something like that, and I agree. But these are jobs like because the state fair is there too, and you have the people who are sweeping up at the state fair. Now
Mhm.
they are that's their job, but it's a temporary job. They're only there when the fair is in town, and that's only like a couple of weeks. It's probably coming up. It's probably coming up. It's
Mhm.
probably like a couple of weeks a year. And then you have like the 4th of July, and they hire like a catering service for that. So I think that she's on that type of stuff.
Probably because it's not the math ain't mathing. You
Yeah,
26, you have 26 jobs. Like you said, you only been an adult for a couple of years. So yeah, no, she's
yeah. I
lying.
mean, there's certain jobs that are like you're a wedding planner and you count every wedding that you plan as a job or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, temp
Exactly.
agencies is normally like 3-month contracts, right? So, 3 months to like 2 years or so, but like at least 3 months. So we're still looking at 4 a year. Well, yeah, I could, yeah, yeah. If she's doing that a lot, then yeah, that the
Right.
math out then, yeah.
It's not.
25 and you had 26 jobs so far?
Yes, I have.
What kind of jobs have you had?
Some have been real jobs like marketing, um, administrative assistant, stuff like that. Some have been little BS jobs like, just assistant manager at retail or uh, working at a hotel or whatever. So I've had a lot. I get jobs really easily, but
Okay,
I've been
pause
on
it.
my own since I was 18 and
Pause it. Pause it. Okay. Well, yeah, marketing that could be anything. Like that could be passing out flyers to the local nightclubs and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
but she ranks that higher as assistant manager as retail. See, understand how unfair life is for you fellas, because this happened to me at Burger King. You could work in retail, let's just say at Macy's or something like that, right? And you work in there, you're a young dude, you're folding clothes, or you're keeping track of inventory and stuff like that. And you're trying to work your way up to assistant manager.
Hmm.
But she just comes in out of nowhere and they hire her as assistant manager. So she's over you. with no experience because of the way she looks. That is something that, if you're young and you haven't realized that yet, that is something you're going to realize, because what happens is you have the store manager, who's typically somebody my age, and then you have a 25-year-old, or a 22-year-old PYT come in and say, yes, I'd like to be assistant manager. And then they say, yeah, okay, GC, she's now your boss. Like, that literally happened to, and it didn't even happen to me. It didn't even happen to me, so to speak, because I was at Burger King part time. I was a student, so I wasn't really in the running to climb the Burger King ladder. But there was a dude who was full time in it, and he was good at it, and he was struggling economically. Let's just say that, as anyone working at Burger King in their mid-20s would be. And he could have used that promotion a lot, but they bring this broad in, and and she's younger than him, but she's now his boss. So it is a dirty game. Because notice how she said, I assistant manager at retail. She never said she actually worked retail. She didn't have no experience. She never kept a job more than 3 months. So how could she like gain worthy experience to be like the assistant manager at Gap and stuff like that? I'm telling you, it is crap. It is crap. They be having these middle-aged perverts at these retail stores. I told you about the time my ex, I dropped her off at an interview. It was either it was at CVS, right? Because everyone's with ice cream. It was at
Mm-hmm.
CVS, and she was, I don't know how long she was interviewing, but I fell asleep in my car and I woke up all sweaty. I was like asleep for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, they still in there talking. It was a Orville red. So I walk in, right, and then they were just wrapping up, and she was walking out, and it was all smiling and stuff. It was like a Orville Redenbacher style white dude that interviewed her. And I was like, dang, what he was asking you all that time? She was like, no, he was really just telling her about himself. The whole
Mm-hmm.
interview. Oh, that's right. You know that because you're a female. So you know how that works.
I told you my stories already. I was that hot 21, 22-year old that you're talking about now who
They
got
just come
jobs.
in and get the middle management position.
Absolutely. I've
Oh
always been a
crap.
man. I've always been in management since 17. Every job I went to, I always got that position, and it just went up and up and up. And up until my last one at Staples. But like, all right, any, all right. If it's a man, I would pray to God that it's a man interviewing me. All right, I will go in there, and like you said, he will tell me about himself. That's the interview, or he would ask me personal questions about myself, not like job related questions. Oh, what do you like to do? Oh yeah, with like questions like that, and we'll be laughing and talking it up, and I will always get the position. I'm telling you, I will always get that position. And it was one time when I was working at a place. There's a Big Lots next door. The manager always used to flirt with me. He came in and was like, oh, are you interested in having a part-time another job since you work right here? I want you to be front end management. I said, oh yeah, cool. I was so excited. I told my mom about it and everything. I went in, all the chicks hated me because there was a girl, and one of the girls told me that she was waiting in line for years for that position. So all of the girls would hate me. They would be mean. It's like they
What
would
did
be
she look
bullying
like?
me
What did the girl who was waiting in line
like
for years look like?
like a bulldog.
Okay.
Like a bulldog. They were
Wait,
fat.
wait, wait. Which I know what a pit bull. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Oh, that's that British dog, huh? I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like that British bulldog, exactly. And they were so mad at me to the point I only stayed 1 week. I quit because they purposely made it so uncomfortable for me. I had to leave. Like I couldn't stay. But I know exactly what you're talking about with the hot
Mhm.
young girl that walks in and gets the job like that. That was me.
It's
That
pretty
was
privileged.
me. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty privileged. This
it's
chick, this
pretty
chick
privileged.
just said So, and here's the cold part. She take these management jobs over the people that actually work there. You know, like yes, I'm a manager at Abercrombie and Fitch, and then she just does stuff, and then she leaves,
Yeah, but
and
but
then she says they're not. She's and then she says it wasn't a real job.
yeah, she said it wasn't a real job. But guess what? I call Cap.
Oh,
CAP. A cap. 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 Cap.
Cap, cap, cap. I don't believe her. I don't think she ever had a management position.
oh,
You
maybe
know
you're
what I
right.
mean? Yeah,
I
I
mean, for
think
the reasons just stated, I will embrace the possibility, but anything's possible.
yeah, I mean, I don't think she's hot enough to walk into a job and take a job over all of the people who've been there. She's not hot enough, in my
Hmm,
opinion. She's
okay.
okay. She to me, she just light skin. You know how they say, oh, she just light skin. That's how
She's
she's.
light skinned. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a while. We gotta play that,
Uh huh.
but I haven't heard it in a while. But real quick, I'm gonna say shout out to Aunt T, home of the official YouTube Purge, for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate you. He says, Melody, hi. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And then we have Dane C. Thanks again for another super chat. Thanks for the $2 super chat. He said, she has that black chick that does corn look, interracial corn. Can you see that,
Hey, maybe
GC?
that's where I've seen her. I don't really watch. I don't really watch interracial porn like that. I do watch it, even when it's white guys on black girls, and that's because, and this is what I don't like about my porn watching habits is that there's certain things
Corn,
that
corn.
corn watching habits is that there's certain things that I like to see BDSM wise that
Mhm.
not many black guys are about. They're not about that life like that. So it does make corn, um, like it kind of forces me into interracial in some categories.
Right. And plus you like what is your favorite like
I don't want to get into details,
but do you
but
like do you like ebony? Do you like
I do like to see black women in corn. Yes.
okay, yeah. Because a lot of people don't. They like Latinas or white girls, snow bunnies, you know. So everybody have different types of what they want to see.
Yeah. No. I mean, race is not the major thing about it, but I do know that women of different ethnicities, your ethnicity does affect the way you perform sexually.
Hmm. So I remember you saying Asians don't really do it for you.
Sexually, no, no, they don't. And well, first of all, every attractive woman does it for me sexually, but I will say that they do it for me the least.
Right. Didn't you say they were stiff or something like that? I forgot what you said.
Um, no, not stiff. It's hard to explain. You got to be a guy to understand.
Hmm.
But yeah, you got to be a guy to understand. Let's just say they do lack enthusiasm and rhythm.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
But real quick, Aunt T came through with another super chat, and this time it's a $20 super chat. Thank you, home of the official YouTube Purge, Aunt T. He says, not saying I wouldn't hire her, but I would definitely rip up her resume right in front of her, and she'd have to show me some serious aptitude. Aptitude? Did I say it right?
Mhm.
Immediately, or else, no thanks. She should at least be able to get our coffee and donuts.
And T,
That's funny.
you will never, ever, ever work in California. I will make that abundantly clear. You will. You will never work in California
Oh my God. Why?
ever. This is like the most liberal state in the union. That's not going to fly here.
Mm.
That is not all that Harvey Weinstein. This is where the stuff starts. It starts here. Like, yes, yes, the way the laws around stuff like that, and just the corporate structure, and yes, it's you will get fired real quick here on that, real
Oh
quick.
yeah. Well, he lives in Florida and he's from New York, so he.
No, I'm saying she. So she's here.
Oh,
So I'm
she
assuming that in the scenario he's talking about, he would be here,
right.
and that would be the end of that. Like, that would be the end of, and then they'll hire her in your job, or what used to be your job.
Too funny. All right. Well, hi
I can't stress
Celine.
that enough. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, look, everybody coming through for us. Salute. Peace.
mm-hmm.
All right. So another super chat. We have Demetrius. Hi, Demetrius. Thank you for the $4 super chat. I appreciate it. Demetrius Higashika. I never can say your name, your last name, and I know I probably butchered it like I always do, but it's Demetrius Higash
She.
ha, Higashikata. I think I got it. Higashikata. It's like I think it's Japanese. Demetrius
No,
Higashikata.
that's Japanese.
Japanese. No way. That's hilarious. But thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. So, somebody's saying something to you, Auntie. They said there should be a mid-year purge. Sucks having to wait all year long or so long every year. I agree with that. You gotta think. You gotta come up with one, Auntie. Definitely. All right, let's continue. Fair use.
I I was just kind of always struggling. So I didn't want to struggle no more. But I'm still like very educated. I have a college degree. I have a degree in marketing. I'm very well educated. It's just like I don't like to struggle. So yeah.
So let's take it from here. So Kayla's 25. She's in California, no kids. Her job is a luxury companion. BK is sugar baby. So you're looking for a man you could be in a relationship with.
Yes. So I grew up very, very emotionally. So I know for a fact I would be the perfect wife. Like I cook, I clean, I know how to treat a man well. Um, so my goal, like my dream, I would like to find a man and like, we date and then we get married and then we have children. And I want to get my real estate license and then be a real estate agent slash housewife.
So in
Why don't she do that now? Like instead of waiting, why don't she go for a real estate license now and do real estate instead of selling her box?
That
That's
is
the
weird. And I think that she looks at marriage as a different form of selling her box. It's like a longer term contract than being a sugar baby, which is month to month. I think that, well, I don't know, because if you could get a degree in marketing, you could get a real estate license. So I'm thinking that her degree might not be what she's making it out to be, for one, which is a thing. But for two, I think that, how can I say this? Um, that she has a very clear picture, or she wants to sell real estate. I think she wants to use marriage as a springboard, to start a real estate company or career. And then once that takes off, because that takes time to take off, then
right.
she's going to leave the marriage.
Yeah, or I think she's gonna marry some rich white guy and take everything he has. She does seem like that type, or not even a rich
And
white
she's
guy,
gonna buy
like a
real
rich
estate.
man. Yeah, like a rich man in general. It doesn't matter his ethnicity or whatever, or his race. I think she wants to do that. She wants to marry him, divorce him, and get everything he has. She does. She gives those vibes.
Well, no, it's inevitable. Like the divorce is inevitable, but like she wants to like be solid in her real estate career when she does.
Right.
Because a lot of women do it. A lot of women do this. This is why Obsidian's whole "I'm 100% man" thing don't fly because while you're paying 100%, she's out studying for the MCATs or she's out studying to pass the bar. And once she passed that bar, she's like, "Hey, yeah, thanks for paying all the bills while I was in law school, but peace, nigga, bye." Like
Exactly.
that's commonplace. We're living in a whole different time to just they will take provisions to in time to upgrade themselves, just like average at best.
Right.
Like while the dudes that she now called broke was covering all the bills and stuff like that, she was out
Hmm.
developing clientels for her dog grooming business. And she's like, "Oh
Hmm.
yeah, so now that I'm balling and you still doing the same job because you didn't have time to develop yourself because you was busy supporting me and the family. Now I'm leaving your ass for a high value man."
Exactly. I
So
mean, I usually it's like the opposite of what you see rich men do. Like when there's a man and a woman and they went from the mud, and now he's high up here, he pretty much keeps her around usually. That's what usually happens. Like
oh yeah.
with a woman, it's like, you gotta go. I'm making more than you. Now you're less than a man.
Well, the thing is that um healthy um a healthy relationship and a healthy family is an end for men, but for many women it's a means to a greater end.
Right.
Like that's a step along the way. For the guy, that's the final step. Like he worked to build himself up to have a wife and kids. She
Mhm.
became a wife and kids to work to build herself up. So yeah, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually wild.
It's a wild world.
Yeah.
Now, and it's evident in what she's talking here because notice how she says she's looking to be a housewife. She's not looking to be a wife. Like she's not looking. She's on here looking for a rich guy to marry, which is really just a contractual sugar baby agreement. She's looking to marry 100% man, who's not obsidian. Let's be
Hmm.
clear on that. She's looking to marry a 100% man.
Hmm. That's the crazy part. But who's really gonna want her after learning what she does for a living?
Many
No
men do.
high value man is gonna want her. How about that?
Well, many men do, and that's because they're not that smart, and they don't understand. Everybody heard the adage, don't turn a 304 to a housewife. We've all heard that before, but they don't know why.
Right.
They don't know why you shouldn't. And also, first of all, I think any of our clients would just to have like a package arrangement with her, if they're not married themselves. So yeah, there's guys that would. There's a lot of guys that would.
But not a man of means. Not a man of means.
So and that's another thing. So she says that she wants to be a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what level she's looking for.
Mm.
You know, so like is she comfortable? Would she be comfortable in military housing?
Mm.
Type level, or would she be comfortable with a guy who's a truck driver and he's gone, but she has the house to herself while he's gone, and she has to make sure that it's clean when he gets back from Arkansas or some crap like that.
I
You
think
know,
she would rather that lifestyle because she'll do her little escorting on the side.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
while
Yeah.
he's gone. Yeah, so she probably would rather him gone as long as she's
Yeah.
living in
So
that nice house and getting that money. She don't care.
there's guys that'll take that deal.
Hmm.
High earning, like Henry's.
Henry.
Like what Kevin Summers was talking about, high earning, not rich yet type guys. Yeah, a lot of guys will
Mhm.
take that deal.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Ray J and a whole bunch of other men been with not Ray J, Kanye and a bunch of men been with Kim Kardashian after the corn, tape. So yeah, you're right. Some men don't care about that.
Well, I mean, we're talking about high value men, and then we're talking about like we're talking about like a different type of women than Kim Kardashian. But because like non high value men are overlooked,
Hmm.
I could see many of them taking that deal. Absolutely.
I can see it too.
Especially
Oh,
if they're foolish enough to believe that she's doing it because life circumstances forced her to do it.
true. Well, real quick, I know this is a little off topic, but I hate when women wear their wigs and you see them little swoops by her forehead, the baby hairs, all those swoops. I hate that.
I like
Like,
the baby.
no, but on a
I
wig,
mean, I
it's
don't.
too.
But I mean, I don't. I don't like that. I know it's to attempt to hide a wig. You
Yeah, it's
know.
hiding the lace in the front. Like, get an
Yeah.
expensive lace. I mean, they have. Look at Kendra's lace. It looked like it's growing out of her hair. Like, you can't see no swoops or no lace. This one over here, her wig is different than Kendra's because it's like a cheap wig. So that's why she got to hide it with those swoops. You know.
Yeah.
But okay, I just wanted to point that out.
Okay. No,
This
that's observation.
process,
Hmm?
No, I was saying no. That's a good observation.
Right. You would never catch me with that. Mm-mm. It's ghetto.
are you still going to be a sugar baby to other men?
Absolutely not. No
Okay.
way. The
So you're
reason
willing to,
because I want a good guy. I want a good man. And that's not going to be fair to a good man. But also, too, I have to let this be known as well because they're going to assume, like, oh, she's, compared to sugar baby. She's been ran through. Actually, I'm 25. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20 years old.
well, how many men have you slept with since you turned 20?
I don't know. I haven't counted, but it hasn't been that many.
I don't know. I haven't counted. So you don't even know your body count. That's terrible for a 25-year-old
I
not
didn't
to
know
know
my
her
body
body
count
count.
at 25.
But you're a man. This is a woman. Like we at 25, you should be able to count how many men you've been with on one hand. She don't know her. That's a red flag that she don't know her body count.
I don't really hold stuff like that against women, and I know there's a lot of guys in the space that do. I agree to disagree with those guys.
Yeah, I
I mean,
just think
don't get me wrong. Her actually being a worker, I take that into account. But a woman with high counts for other reasons, I don't really hold that against her too much.
okay. Well, I'm glad you have a different opinion. You don't just follow what everybody in the space says. That's one thing I like about you.
Yeah.
Okay, let
I
me get to
can't do
know a couple.
it. I love you so much.
Oh,
Kayla, wait,
what
hold
was
on.
that?
Let's take it
Wait,
from
She
pause
just
it.
had a yeah, she just had a quick spurt. I don't know where that came from.
Oh crap. That's not something you marry. That was weird.
That was like some like not bipolar. What's the name for it?
That was a psychotic outburst, is what it was.
Psychotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
Well,
That was
wasn't
a
wrong.
red flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big red flag.
from the top. So you mentioned a
Okay.
good guy a couple times. What kind of man are you looking for?
So, number one, I want him to be God fearing. Believe it or not, yes.
Not God fearing. You're a whole prostitute and you want a God fearing man. I'm
Why
done.
do people say that? Why do they have to like? anybody can actually fear God. Like it doesn't take much to fear Him.
Right.
Like
That's
I mean, I think it would be better to say I want a God respecting man, or or even just I want a religious man.
mm-hmm.
But everybody feared him. Like you'd be foolish not to, unless you don't believe in him.
I never liked that either when people said God fearing. I
Yeah.
never liked it. Especially people like her who have sinned so much. She obviously don't fear God because of look what she's doing. But she wants a God fearing man. That's wild.
Ah.
Yes, I'm sinning. The only sins I commit is drinking alcohol and having premarital sex, but I'm all about God. So please also be
Alcohol's a
about
sin?
God. Um,
I didn't think alcohol was a sin. I know it's not good for your body, but as far as a sin, I don't think it is. But the having seg before marriage and all that other crazy stuff she's doing out there with these sugar daddies and stuff, that's a sin.
Yeah, that part's a sin. Um, because they say stuff like the 304 of Babel and all kind of stuff. So yeah, they it's pretty obvious that, the Bible, both Old and New Testament, is not about that life, about that sugar baby life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's a hypocrite, but let's continue.
just try. Just try. You don't gotta be rich, but you gotta have your own everything because I have my own everything. And I would prefer if he didn't have children. But if he's older, then I understand like okay, you have children. But like I prefer if he
Okay,
didn't. Yeah.
so that's what I was describing. Like, like they don't have to be rich, but high earning.
Mhm.
That's what I was saying, like the military man, truck driver. So yeah, I see her marrying within that range. I see her finding exactly what she's looking for here.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe you never know. A lot of guys are desperate, so I'm sure she will find it.
Desperate, and they don't know any better. Absolutely.
Exactly. Home of the official YouTube purge came through again with another $5 super chat. Thank you, Auntie. I appreciate it. He says she's been told black women is God for her whole life. When she says that, she means she wants a man that fears her. Wow, that's true.
No, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Wants to be worshipped.
And we have Eric Barber coming through with the $100 super chat.
That's right. And
Salute
he
to
says for
you,
sweet meal and game
game
changer,
changer.
meaning
Thank
that
you.
$99 is for me and 99 cents is for you.
Oh,
That's what that
yeah,
means.
right. We're not gonna do that.
That we are not 100% men here. This 99% is for $99 is for me, 99 cents is for you.
That's so messed up. But thank you, Eric, for that super chat. We
The super
appreciate you.
duper chat.
The super duper duper chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Actually, let me make a banner or something for him. Keep them occupied, and I will make him a banner. You got it, GC?
Oh, my bad. I was reading the chat. Let's see. A Delilah who wanted Joseph. I don't know. I thought Delilah was a Shakespeare thing. I'm being honest. I'm not really like I remember the stories when I was a kid, the Bible stories when I was a kid, but I'm not really like I've never really been like a thumper like that. Read it a couple of times, but some of the stories when I look back on it, like through memory, it sounds so bizarre that I could see why people question them. I mean, I understand that they're not meant to be taken entirely literally, but that's just why I leave it at that. I want to make it about religion. So I will say this about chicks like her, though. Chicks like her, And maybe she's a good person. These are the ones that you find at church, um, who are looking for somebody who follow the church tenets to exactly, while she doesn't. They're women who are looking for church guys without really being a church woman herself. So I do notice that about women like that, because I remember on what's that called, on Ministers, no, Boys in the Hood, where it was like church is the best way to meet a good woman, and that used to be the case. But now church is where women go to find good men. And to be quite frank, dudes are not going to church like that anymore. Like, men are not going to church anymore because it's turned into a market for worn out box.
Right.
Is where women go to, after all is said and done. It's where they go when they're ready to settle down. But they're only ready to settle down when all is said and done.
Right.
Like, when their SMV has diminished, ridiculously. It's kind of like, okay, and I said this on my last video, so y'all know, in my teens, early 20s, like my first 5 cars was bought at an auction in San Francisco. This auction is where cars went to die. You know those cars that be like in a grocery store parking lot until, for a while, and then the grocery store finally catches on, like, hey, that car been here for a while. It's abandoned. So that is where cars like that wind up.
Hmm.
And church is where women like that wind up.
Right. I noticed that after women sin all their lives and do all this nasty, dirty things and being mean and evil, they always want to go to church. I just noticed that.
Mhm.
That's why I stopped going to church, because they're hypocrites. You go there, they're talking about other women and whispering, laughing. Those be the ones that say they don't need a man. If you notice, the women
Mhm.
that go to church, it's a lot of them.
Demetrius
None of
brings
them
us
have husbands.
Demetrius brings up an excellent point. He says, because men have bought into the idea that you can be Christian without church. Yes, that's what we understand modern Christianity, which stems from Lutheranism, comes from.
Mhm.
The difference, the primary difference, and or at least the underlying difference between Catholics and Protestants, is that Catholics, you have to go through the church. A person cannot worship directly. They have to go, through the clergy. I mean
Mhm.
that, and divorce, their religious views on divorce. There's a lot of things, that separates Protestant from Catholics. But primarily speaking, was that men can talk to God directly. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and now women can too,
Hmm.
which is. And if you ever notice that places that passport bros love to go to, it's always Catholic. There's a reason for that, and well, I won't get into that.
I'm Catholic.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Hmm. I am Catholic. I went to Catholic school most of my life. Um, I went high school wasn't Catholic, but it was still private, but it wasn't Catholic. But yeah, it was cool, Catholic school. I just didn't like, how strict the nuns were with
Well,
us.
yeah, that's what I mean. So it's discipline. I mean,
Mhm.
is what you call strict. It's discipline. You see, I'm gonna just throw it out there. Catholic women are more disciplined. They're better at being women. Kind of like blacks are better at baseball and Asians are better at calculus. It's
That's a good one.
Catholic Catholic women are better at being women, and there's a lot of reasons for that I won't get into. but they just star, and that's why we get like 20% hard when we see a Catholic skirt.
Right.
They're
With I
just
oh, go
go
ahead.
for
I'm
it.
sorry. Now I was gonna say that was me with the Catholic skirt rolled
Yeah,
up, because we were supposed to have it to our knees, and that was the biggest problem the sisters had with me. I was cute. I didn't want to have my skirt long to my knees, so I would come with it rolled up. I even hemmed most of my skirts to the point that the sisters stopped even saying anything to me. It just was me. But yeah, like skirts rolled up, socks to my knees. That was my thing. That's the Catholic schoolgirl look. You know what I mean? So yeah, Catholic
don't
skirts.
answer don't answer New Moon's question. He's gonna jack off to it.
Oh wait.
Don't answer the
Okay.
question.
You told me not to, so I won't.
Yeah,
But but
I mean,
Irby,
you can read it. I'm saying don't answer it. Don't answer the question.
oh, New Moon, I mean. He said, do they give you the paddle in Catholic school?
Yeah, don't answer that.
I won't answer it. No
Yeah,
comment,
but
but
no, he's gonna jack off to it.
no
But whatever
comment.
answer is, yeah.
But, when you're of age, you do like to kind of role play because you were that schoolgirl. You were that naughty schoolgirl. You know what I mean? So it's easier to like role play when you get older. So,
Herbie said you could tell. Why you say JC? GC watch porn. You could
JC.
tell because I'll tell you. I make no secret about that.
Yeah, GC,
You
GC.
stupid if you don't.
He'll tell you all about his Seggs life. Like he don't care.
You stupid if you don't. Yeah, like that's no secret.
Yeah, but thank you for that super chat. We appreciate it.
Stupid.
Super duper chat. And then we have New Moon with the $2 super chat. A Delilah who wants Joseph.
I think you read that one.
A
Oh. So basically, he's saying that she's a sinner who wants a sinless man.
A Delilah who wants Joseph. Okay, I read it a little wrong, but yeah.
But isn't Joseph like Jesus' baby daddy, or like Mary's baby daddy?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot the Bible. I know
That's
that's bad.
that's Jesus
I
like
forgot the Bible.
stepdad.
It's been so long.
What? Joseph is Jesus' stepdad. Is Jeebus' stepdad. So Joseph is a guy to where when his fiance or whatever came home pregnant one day, she said, "Oh yeah, but this is God's baby." He's like, "Okay, what's for dinner?" Joseph is that guy.
Mm. Well,
So yeah, I think that's what she's looking
yeah,
for.
I guess he is. I never looked at it like he was the stepdad,
Yeah, he's a stepdad.
but he never did do anything with Mary. So yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's another thing. They don't have any brothers or sisters, so he's really a step. Yeah, like you don't really hear about him having any half brothers or anything like that.
Right. And I hold on real quick. I appreciate all of the super chats. I wish I can give everybody banners. Don't get it twisted. Like everybody, I appreciate it. Aunt T, shout out to you. Dane C, shout out to you. Um, everybody. If I'm sorry if I didn't name you, I appreciate you. New Moon, shout out to you. But that was a heavy-handed, so I had to give him a banner. But thank you to everybody who's supporting the show. Appreciate it. All right, let's continue.
I'm not that picky. My favorite type of men are Spanish speakers, but I don't know if there's any Spanish speakers that watch your show because I ain't never seen them on here before.
Now, Kayla,
What?
sat your ass up here and told us you a luxury companion. Men pay you to be a woman, and at times you give
Wait,
them
pause it.
intimacy. Now, we ain't trying to sit here and
Okay.
not be judgmental. And listen,
I don't know if this is true today, but I think there's a lot of Spanish speakers in Sacramento because okay, so you heard the name Cesar Chavez?
Yes.
That's
I
where he was at. Like that whole like in the 80s, I think it was, with him and Reagan and stuff, and the whole marching and strikes of the farm workers and stuff. I think
hmm
that's where all that is based out of, which means that it was a lot of Latinos there at the time for them to be a significant impact to the labor force. So, and I don't see why they wouldn't be there now. I don't. So if she likes Spanish speakers, she's in the right place. I wonder why she's maybe they're not feeling her like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I was gonna say she can pass for Hispanic, but not really. Like, I don't mean to
Well,
be
right, some
mean,
people
but
don't wear wigs with baby hair. They don't do that.
well, yeah, but I don't mean to be mean, but she looks like an alien to me.
No, that's that lizard thing I was telling you about.
Yeah, like the head. Yeah, she looks like an alien. I actually knew somebody who looked just like her, and Irby, she kind of looked like Keely. I see how she can look like, how you could say she does look like her, but not really. But yeah, she does look like her.
I forgot what those
But the
bras look
first
like.
quality you want in your guy is God.
Oh, what you say? I'm sorry, GC.
I forgot what those bras look like. I mean, of course, the one that's on Power, but like, I forget what those other two chicks look like.
Honestly, she's the prettiest one in her prime to me. That really chocolate one. The Hispanic one is pretty too. Adrienne Bailon, she's pretty. I
Mm,
never really thought Keely was all that attractive, but people looked at her like that because she was the lead singer, you know.
gotcha.
So, right.
Wearing.
But
That's the
I'm also,
first.
but don't you think that like those men are also having premarital sex?
Listen, it's for each their own, and I try my hardest not to be judgmental, but it
You can
doesn't
look at her face.
align. Like to me, a God-fearing woman
I
is
didn't hear
looking
you. Oh,
for
look at whose
what they
face?
might consider a virtuous.
What'd you say?
No, when she was making that point, she just held that expression for a long time. All right, that's hey, tell her she got a fan out there. Wayman said he saw Kelly Stamps in person today. Tell her to come to my channel and know how I feel. But
Wow. Right. He loves Kelly Stamps. Oh my
Kelly
God.
Stamps can get it. Kelly Stamps can get what this chick is asking for, definitely. But
Because she's actually
go
sexy and
ahead.
pretty. I said she's a naturally, sorry, sexy and pretty girl. That's why.
She's pretty. I don't know if she's naturally sexy, because she had breast implants. She said
Mm.
it on one of her things.
Oh, I didn't know that
Yeah, she had implants. Um,
information.
so I mean, not to say she wouldn't be sexy without the breast, but
Yeah. What's
um,
wrong with little mosquito bites? I got them. Ain't nothing wrong with them. You can
it
still be
depends.
sexy.
It depends on the woman. It depends on the woman, and it also depends on how pointy they are.
Right.
If you are an A cup, and I know you're not an A cup, but if you're an A cup, and they're pointy, and you have that slim model type build to go with it, to where like you see like A cups and rib cage, I don't mind that
Mhm.
either. An
Right.
example of this would be Cameron Diaz.
Oh yeah, she has a nice build.
Yeah, and she's teeny on the beaties. So
Yeah.
no, I don't mind it, but it's on a perfect thing. My the best cup for me is C.
Oh, I just missed it. I'm a B.
Yeah, the
I'm in
cup
the
for me,
middle.
and I think many guys are like that, is C. Um,
Right.
and I think Kelly went out and got some D's, and she might have been a C before. I don't know.
Yeah. C is the perfect cup.
I agree.
Perfect. Yeah. If I ever got implants, which I never will, but I would definitely go C.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, never say never, but yeah.
Right.
Woman. And I don't think a God-fearing man that's looking for his virtuous wife would consider a woman who's a sugar baby who goes out with other men to be their woman for the weekend, the month, or whatever. I don't think that's the law of attraction alignment.
You know what, Kendra? I think you're absolutely right. And that's probably why, despite the fact that I'm well spoken and educated, I haven't found my perfect match because God's not going to bless me with that because why would He? Because I'm not living that type of life.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, we blame it.
Actually, I like that she's capable of introspection. Um, she's actually a lot better than a lot of the women that call in because she's not set in her ways. She's willing to listen to Kendra.
Right. Because
You
she's
know,
still young. That's why.
yeah, but there's a lot of young women. There's a lot of 25 girls who be like, whatever I would do, and they will constantly fight. But she's 7 minutes in, and she's really rethinking her life choices. Like, listen, if I want to do this, an older woman is telling me that this lifestyle is not going to yield the type of lifestyle that I want. Because see, she's looking at it as it's no big deal.
Hmm.
It's no big deal that this is what I do because she's equating it to casual sex. Notice how she was saying that, he had sex before marriage, I have sex before marriage, but prostitution is different than just casual sex.
Right.
Now, they're both sins, but, there's magnitudes to it, there's levels to it.
Hmm.
So, and before I thought that, and with many women, um, they say stuff like that as a justification to do something that they already wanted to do. But, so they come with the justification after the desire to do it.
Right.
I think that she came with the desire to do it after she received the justification, probably from someone else. And now that
Right.
now that Kendra's giving her a different perspective, she's reconsidering it. Maybe, I don't know. This all could be a trick. A trick.
Right. Well, are you thinking that she's only doing it because she needs the money? Like she says she's an educated woman, she got degrees, she want to get married, to be a housewife. Do you think she's only doing it because she have no other way to get money? Like
Um,
she need that right now money, maybe to pay for school, to pay for the things she want, the wigs, the nails, the eyelashes. What do you think? It's easy money.
yeah, okay, it could go either way. It could go either way. It could be that, she's sincere and she never wanted this lifestyle to begin with, but, you know, um, it pays more than Uber type deal. It could be that, you know, um, but the moment she can get out, she will. It could be that, or it could be that she's, out for a bag grab. It could go either way. Like it's up to whoever she finds herself with to determine that.
That's true. You got a point. I need everybody to do what Kevin Murray is saying to do and support my channel. Hit the like button, share my live stream. Definitely share it. Get me out there to the algorithm. I always ask you guys to do that for me. Get me out there to the algorithm and subscribe if you are new. And Angela, you are absolutely right. Kendra does look huge. Like I don't know, maybe she pregnant. She got this new relationship. I know
Oh,
she
she got
wants.
a new relationship, huh?
Yeah, she's been with this guy now for probably like a half a year now. I
Okay,
know she's
so
been with
pretty
him for a
soon
while.
she got a donor for them eggs.
Yeah, well, she said she froze her eggs, so
Yeah, that's what I mean. So she got some sperm for it. She don't have
yeah,
to go to Wells Fargo to get some sperm like Evan K. Williams.
right, right, exactly. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about with you on this show, if we ever get through it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's keep going. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going and get those likes up, like Angela said.
Everything on God at times. But I think it's not, it's just what you would attract. Like the energy you're giving out is not that type of energy. You're giving out, like you said, you're a sugar baby currently. You know, there's a lot of titles for that, but we'll run with sugar baby. So I feel like men who are seeking like wives, they want their wives to be sacred. They, I'm not saying that you can't. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, shouts Kim Kardashian. She was on a whole sex tape and got married 3 times, child. So it can happen.
That's what I'm saying. But you really can't compare her to Kim Kardashian because that's Kim Kardashian. This is just a regular chick. So there's really no comparison.
And also the example is a failed marriage. Let's be clear. That's not really advertising for the guys to advertise like, well, not Ray J, but Kanye West did it. It's like, yeah, but look at how that worked.
Right. Now she's a single mother.
And also there is a difference between having a seg tape and having seg for money.
Right.
You know, I mean, I don't know if you have any, but I have seg tapes, and I would prefer them over seg workers. Like they're
Right.
not seg workers. They're women who decide to record while we do what we do.
Right. And I see nothing wrong with that at all, especially if you're in a committed relationship. Um, you might want to do nasty, freaky, fun things with that person. And I
On
don't see
tape.
anything
And
wrong with
yeah,
it.
which kind of puts what Kim Kardashian doing is a bad example because that's what she did. I don't know if Ray
Hmm.
J paid her, but that's what she did. That's how she became. That's different than what she's doing.
Right. It was leaked. He didn't pay her. Somebody leaked it.
Exactly, which could happen to a lot of women because those are more commonplace. I trust me. Um, I came of age in the '90s, and it was not an easy feat to get women to do that then, as it is now. But then again, it's more convenient, now than it is. Like we didn't have it on our phones and stuff, and we had camcorders, and
Mhm.
if you wanted to move it from VHS, um, or those mini disc to VHS,
Mhm.
so you could play it in your VCR. Yeah, VCR. You actually
Yeah.
had to. Somebody had to see it. Like the people at Walgreens had to see it.
Right. So it wasn't,
Because they would copy it into the thing unless you have one of those machines. Um, yeah, same with when DVDs came out. So yeah, it was a bigger thing. It was a harder sale back then than it is now.
right.
Nevertheless, women did it then, women do it now. It's definitely not as big of a deal breaker having a tape leaked out of you willingly pleasing somebody that you're with. And I never seen that tape, but in an enticing way to men, apparently, that's a whole different ball game than what she's talking about.
Absolutely agree with you. GC, you want me to speed this up, putting it on a faster
Wait, so Irby
thing?
said, yeah, no, we're good. Irby said,
Okay.
how are we comparing what couples are doing to what I weren't they couples? I don't know this whole story, but weren't they couples?
What, Kim
Like
Kardashian?
if it's leaked, then yeah, exactly. Like if it's leaked, then we're not talking about corn stars. We're talking about a couple who had it leaked. These are different things.
Right.
Like Corinne Steffens is a corn star.
Right.
Like a woman who has her tape leaked is not a corn star.
That's true. And Irby, yeah, I heard it was very, 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 very average and mediocre.
Oh, okay.
They said it wasn't like,
There's a lot of hype around it, but like I said, I never seen it.
yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I heard a lot about it.
Yeah, I assume because of all the hype that it was exceptional, but yeah,
Yeah, no, they said it was kind of trash. So,
okay.
Happen. I'm not God. I can't put it in a box, but I will say it's just, to say God fearing is the first major quality after you told us what you do, it just seemed kind of crazy.
Maybe also to as far as that, that's actually kind of new. Like I've only been focused on my faith for the last few months because I realized like a few months ago that I don't want to live this life anymore because I'm getting older. So it's
Ah,
also new for me. So it is like a contradiction. So it's like, girl, you're saying that this is what you want, but you got to start living that life. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to struggle. But, I do
But you said
understand.
you could get other jobs if you wanted other jobs.
That's a good point, Kendra. She keep talking about struggle, 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 but it seems to me from what she said, she can get jobs like that. She said she's 25 years old and she had 26 jobs. So obviously it's not hard for her to get one, right?
yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why not. For the reasons we were talking about earlier, like like with staples and all that good stuff. Like at the interview, they didn't even say, "Do you know what staple is?" Like they just like, "Okay, you got the job."
Oh no, my Staples interview was crazy.
Yeah.
His name was
So yeah, it
Eric.
shouldn't be hard for her. I
Right.
mean, so there's a work reward thing balance that she's, and that's really the entry. Like like at the end of the year, they probably get the same amount that she would work in retail,
Mm-hmm.
but um, the fact that she didn't have to put as many hours in, you know, she has the freedom and flexibility to come and go, as he please.
Not come and go.
I think that that's really the sell for that lifestyle more than anything.
Agreed.
I just feel like it's never enough.
Because I'm quite sure you're getting paid well doing what you do.
Yeah, and like, you know, Kendra,
Well,
I'm
let me
sorry.
ask you this on a real talk. Why couldn't you settle down with one of your professional companion, the
I
man that
was
are
asking, I
paying
was
you?
thinking that too.
Why can't you close the deal with that?
Yeah. That was the obvious question, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what she says.
Well, I wonder this about
Person?
all workers, to be perfectly honest. I
That,
wait. First of all, let me predict what I think she's gonna say.
okay.
She's probably going to imply. I mean, even if she don't say it, I think that this is part of the reason
Mhm.
that she don't feel that guys who pay are marriage material.
I don't remember if
Now,
that's what she said.
by that logic, a guy would be right to say, "I don't think a woman who sells is marriage material."
True. Vice versa, right? You
Yeah,
would think.
no, by the
But
same logic, like.
yeah, it makes sense.
But let's see what she said.
Who obviously got the money that could pay you to be there one time, or I don't know. I don't know how your schedule works. I don't know if you got men in rotation, but why haven't you closed the deal with one of those men?
They be having issues. They be having a lot of issues. And who's to say, if they understand that all you have to do is like go on a website, the Sugar Baby website, and find a girl. What if he gets tired of me and then he goes on there and finds another one? You feel me? Like that's not the type of man I want.
Pause it.
What are your deal breakers? We got some paid.
Okay. Actually, what she said, that's actually a very good point. It touches on what I was saying, which ultimately she don't feel that they're marriage material, but she gave a reason behind it. They're not marriage material because they look at a woman's services as something that can be purchased immediately online.
Right. So why
Okay,
would they want to settle down? That was a really good answer, actually.
well, that is a really good answer, except one thing. And this is something that's insightful about her, and that is she don't really see a woman offering anything other than that.
Mm,
You know, I mean, because okay, if Seg is the one thing that a woman offers a man, then that's true. And if that's the one thing that she would offer a man as a wife, then that's equally true. But if she's
right.
offering other things, then that would be the reason why he would be with you as opposed to these sites for all the other non-segual stuff that you have to offer.
Mm,
You not seeing that really means that you probably haven't really explored what non-segual things that you have to offer.
right.
So that is a thing, and it also goes to, when this is what I was saying before, that she understands that men are, um, the clientele. The clientele is inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's been in this industry for at least 5 years, or at most 5 years, and she's come to realize that guys lose interest. They lose interest, they move on, they hop on the thing and find another girl.
Definitely.
So why would she want to marry somebody like that? Now, and this goes back to what I was saying a moment ago. By that same logic, she's not fit for marriage either, because she can go online just like her customers do. She could go online and instantly find another guy to provide to her what she thinks that a husband should be providing, to provide for her,
Right.
provisions. Like, if he's of the mindset, like, okay, I'm 100% man, and I'm gonna provide her with provisions, he could say logically that, oh well, because she's of that mindset, she could just get online and find it from somewhere else.
Right. Same thing that she said, he can say too. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So
Well, someone says she's getting old. Well, I actually appreciate a lot of things about her. I mean, I know we're ripping her, but it's for our own good. But I do appreciate a lot of things, about her, because she's come to a realization. Most Western women are stupid,
mm-hmm.
stupider than her. Um, and they don't say I'm getting old until they're like 38.
Right.
That's stupid. That's stupid. For someone to say that at 25, that's actually, it shows a lot more foresight than for somebody to say that at 45. Vivica Fox just said that crap at 59. Stupid.
Yes, she did.
Like, I mean, so call it what you want. To come to a realization, like, now is the best time to start looking for a husband, even though it's not the best circumstances. For her to at least come to the conclusion that now is the best time to start looking for, a husband, she's smarter than 80% of the Western broads out here. Because Issa Rae is less so than Vivica Fox, because she actually did marry a dude, you know, um, but yeah, so she's sharper than the average bitch.
Yep. Now, would you say she has potential?
Um, yeah, you saying to get married?
Yeah, wifey material potential. Yes.
I think that she will find a husband, whether she chooses. I mean, to me, it would really be a matter of choice.
Mm-hmm.
It would, like, if she, I don't think that she has a problem, that she would have a problem finding a guy, especially if she's looking for, someone who is, not in the top 10% of earners. I don't think that she'd have a
Mm-hmm.
problem finding that. Um, she's looking for a Spanish guy in Sacramento. I think that there's a lot of guys. Yeah, yeah. I think Sacramento's like full of Latin tradesmen.
Yeah, that's what she wants. She wants a Latino.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, yeah. I don't see them having problems wifing her.
Hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, because y'all hear stuff, particularly from the nigga Red Supreme, whatever they got going on, it doesn't pertain to where she's at, as far as, tensions between the ethnic groups, black and Latino. So
Mm-hmm.
that's not an issue either. Where she's at.
Yeah, shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
She, like you said, she shouldn't have no problem. She's decent looking. She just got to close those legs. She needs to give that up, get a normal job, and close those legs. That's what she needs to do.
Oh, holy crap!
Hmm.
That reminds me. I do think that, that Latin guys be mongering a lot. I think Latin guys are big time mongers, because I hear from a lot of people. Like, when I was a teenager, um, and my homie worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and it was on a strip. I think it was on like San Pablo or something. Um, and for those of you who are local, and he said that that's what they be doing. That they they get their paycheck and they be going out and getting those black girls to get down with. Um, so that was the first time I heard that. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that they was into like black women like that as far as a pay for play. I didn't know that. So fast forward years later, I hired some day workers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which I do from time. Okay, so notice I don't know how many people here in the chat room does it, but I do. I hire day workers to do day work.
Mm.
Don't do stuff like that unless you're willing to negotiate and unless you're willing to draw hard lines because they got mouths to feed and stuff like that. So, you know, don't do that unless you are willing to negotiate
Right.
uh, and you're good at it. But I did, and he asked for a tip. I was like, listen, I'm not gonna get you a tip, but we could go get something to eat, and I get you something to eat. All right. It's like, and I told him I'm not gonna give him a tip. I was like, because this is the set upon price. Like, don't do. It. People who know me know that I'm just like that.
Right.
So anyway, we went to the restaurant, and the first thing he said was he was talking about he was like, oh, they got the chicas here. I was like, what the hell? I was like, dude, I was like, okay, that's because this was daytime, so it wasn't any there, but he just knew that this was the place that they'd be at. I didn't even know that was the place that they'd be at.
Right.
So I don't know. So I'm saying like her being that type of worker. This goes back to her.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a large percentage of her clientele is that, and maybe she found aspects of that culture that she likes.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Any questions for you, but let me continue with mine first. What are your deal breakers?
Um. Okay. It's okay selling no violent
Wait,
crimes.
your phone was going in and out. Your phone was going in and out.
Oh, sorry. It's okay if you have like a criminal past, but nothing as far as like rape or murder. I can't do that. Um, I need you to respect women.
Why is she shaking her head
Like if
like
you
that?
have a mom but you don't get along with her, I can't do that.
Why was Kendra shaking her head like that? That was strange.
What are your deal breakers? We got some paid questions for you, but let me continue with mine first. What are your deal breakers?
Um, okay. It's okay selling no violent
Wait,
crimes.
your phone was going in and out. Your phone was going in and out.
Oh, sorry. It's okay if you have like a criminal past, but nothing as far as like rape or murder. I can't do that.
Okay.
Um, I need you to respect women. Like if you have a mom but you don't get along with her, I can't do that because that means you have mommy issues. Dealt with that in the past. I don't like that one.
Okay, pause it.
Um,
What if the mother has son issues? So too that's just ridiculous. That's just a ridiculous expectation. And this isn't just her. A lot of women have that. It's like, why do they assume that everybody's mother is perfect? I just did a video on this yesterday. Like, why do they assume everybody's mother is perfect? And if there is a disconnect between a man and a mother, it's because of the man. It's an issue that he has, not the mother. It's an issue that he has. Like, what if the mother was selling the boy off when he was 6 years old for crack? Like, and then he grows up and become like Antoine Fisher. Yeah, let's start there. Do Antoine Fisher got mommy issues? Like,
Exactly.
does is he a bad guy?
That's a
You
good
seen
point.
Antoine Fisher on movie night, right?
Yeah, we saw it together, all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, is Antoine Fisher a bad guy?
absolutely not. It was his mother. She was the issue. But I guess it's really hard for people to look at it that way, especially when they have a good relationship with their mom. It's just so hard for them to see it,
Hmm.
So
Yeah, sure. And it's nothing wrong with the criminal thing. I think that that's
You,
reasonable. A lot of people make mistakes, but I
Mhm.
do think that it's funny that that was the first thing she led with. You know,
Because that's
well,
probably all
well, they
she,
were talking about deal breakers, so nah, it's
yeah.
cool. You know,
Well,
like
usually,
she's basically saying no major felonies, but
right,
if you sold some weed and got caught, or something just petty, it's no big deal.
right. But I think usually with deal breakers, it's something that they are used to, that they're tired of getting. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
so you that she's used to rapists and murders.
Correct. That's probably
Got
the only type of man she can get. So she's tired of them and she's trying to get something better. So that's her deal breaker. Like, I don't want no man that do this and no man that does that. That makes the most sense.
gotcha.
you have to believe in God.
All right,
Um,
let's get to some of your paid questions.
yeah, yeah.
Um, you said something about mommy issues. Let's do this one. Zoe T said, giving lunatic vibes. Her father was missing growing up. Why do y'all come up here embarrassing yourselves, annoying Kendra? She high on something. Now you mentioned men have mommy issues. Some people think you have daddy issues.
That's not true. I actually was mostly raised by my father, and he's my
What, is,
best friend.
what does your dad think about your career choice?
He doesn't know. I'm sure he has an idea.
He didn't-
How doesn't her dad
I
know?
mean, well, this is not a private thing. Like the first thing when people ask you what do you do for a living, you tell them straight out, and you just did it like online in front of thousands of people. This is not a small platform, so your
Exactly.
dad is likely to find out now.
He's definitely gonna find out. If
Yeah.
I was her and I was holding secrets from my dad, I definitely wouldn't come on a big platform like Kendra's and spill my business. That was the wrong move.
And also, if your dad is your best friend and your mom is not your best friend, which means that you have a criteria for the men that you don't maintain yourself.
Hmm. Exactly.
Like if your dad
Hey,
raised you, your mom didn't. Like, so yeah.
right. Hey, Riza. Everybody do what Riza's saying and like, share, and subscribe to both streams. Well, I'm the only one streaming right now, but yeah, just make sure you like Game Changers. Go over there and like his stuff and share it if you're not over there already. But I'm sure everybody's on Game Changers platform by now. But if not, it's Game Changer 00100. Go over there, subscribe to his content. It's really, really good. You will love it.
What? Your daddy doesn't know that you a sugar baby?
He
Well,
just
why the hell
knows.
you come tell the world before your daddy about to know his coworker going to show him this video?
I doubt it. He knows.
Girl, do
You
you
think
not
so?
understand the magnitude of my show? Your daddy will
Ah,
find out after you. He's gonna find out now. So you told the whole world that you a sugar baby and your daddy didn't have no idea?
He has some sort of idea that I was doing something. He know I don't work no regular job.
Well, Father's Day is gonna be interesting for you this year.
I know.
But
Damn.
I got a question. I guess it's a gift that people feel so comfortable telling me and the world, because I'm not sitting here by myself. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to see this video. I'm just trying to figure out.
Parents, I didn't think my family would be watching the show. They're
Girl,
old.
when you are a highlight video, your whole family going to see this.
Am I going to be a highlight video though?
Absolutely. That's why the slogan is no videos come down.
Look at her face. She's so like.
I missed it. I looked away. What was her face like?
Let's go back.
I know.
Damn. I got a question. I guess it's a gift that people feel so comfortable telling me and the world, because I'm not sitting here by myself. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to see this video. I'm just trying to figure out.
Parents, I didn't think my family would be watching the show. They're
Girl,
old.
when you are a highlight video, your whole family going to see this.
Am I going to be a highlight video though?
Absolutely. That's why the slogan is no videos come down.
Ha! That's the penis. That's the penis received pose. That was the penis received pose. She said. She opened it up for some penis. She was like,
OMG. I cannot. What? Wait.
She's like, oh.
GC, what was it? What was it again, GC?
The penis receive. The penis receive experience.
Oh gosh.
Oh, she just opened up wide, like.
Oh, that's bad. That's hilarious. She was so shocked. She was like, "What?" Comedy.
I'll never forget that.
That was a funny face.
Oh. I don't know. You see a lot of people, and not everybody gets to be a highlight.
I don't understand why y'all be coming telling me secrets like I'm the secret keeper. I'm not the secret show. This is not the show to tell a secret to, because the whole world know now.
My lifestyle is not a secret. The only people I keep it a secret from are my mom and dad, and that's just to protect them. Actually, not even my mom anymore. I told her about a month ago. So really, it's only my dad that it's a secret from, and that's just to protect him.
So parents are divorced.
Well, you ain't protecting more than enough, because he know now. Someone said this.
Yeah, her parents are definitely divorced. You can tell because of what she just said.
True says she's lying about everything.
I actually agree with that super chat. I think she is lying about not everything, but a lot of things.
It's possible that she just wants to be a highlight.
Yeah, but her job might be real, but some of the things she's lying about.
Oh, like the church? What? Found God? What?
Yeah, like the job, saying she had 26 jobs at 25 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Why would I be lying about everything? I don't understand.
Okay, she says she's not lying. The Henry said, I'm a little older, so I have a different perspective. This woman's just going through her whole phase in life, just like Lori Harvey. We all had one.
No. Now that is one paid comment that might be legit, because I mentioned I didn't lose my virginity until I turned 20. And
was it?
You know,
whole phase is just a made up thing so women can normalize, what they're doing, and also so guys can just forgive their action later on. Like, yes, I am a sex worker. I am a seg worker, but that was just a phase. Like, no, that you don't just call something a phase and then be cool with it. Like, like, what if her clients wanted to marry her? Could he just say, yeah, that was just a phase. I was just going through my trick phase.
Right. And you were absolutely correct. A lot of people say that, like older people, like in their 40s and 50s, even people's moms. Oh, yeah, that was my whole phase. I went through that back in my 20s and in my 18. No, that's called your prime. And instead
No,
of doing what you got to do in your prime, you're being a hoe. So, no, it's not a phase. It's because you didn't want to do what you had to do to attract a man at the in between those ages, and you failed miserably. Now,
or her mom is just a hoe. And then furthermore, it is highly likely that that the mother is still single
mhm.
and she's sabotaging her.
Ooh, good point.
Like, what type of mother will not? And same as this woman here, like this woman here do not want who's older. She just says she's a little older.
Mhm.
She don't want her actually on the market, taking away her Spanish guys in California. She don't want that competition, so she's just gonna be like, oh yeah, yeah, you're just going through a phase. Her mother did not tell her to stop. She's like, yeah, I told my mama a month ago, and it's like, and she didn't care.
Yeah, because her mom probably was the same way when she was 25. So why
Yeah.
would she care?
No, I kept it in the box for a long time, and then once
Ah,
I let it out like crazy. So that might be legit.
The Henday '07. I don't agree that Lori Harvey's a hoe though. Lori Harvey was in relationships, so she
yeah.
was
Nah,
a hoe. And all that.
Lori Harvey was
Hello?
effing of
But she was
dudes.
also a girlfriend. She wasn't. She was claimed by all the men she was with. So
But what
I don't understand.
you can never say the baby mama. I love that.
Well, I don't think she wants children. I think she enjoys her youth and wanted to date. But that's another conversation. We're not here to talk about that. We can have difference of opinion. Um, L double I says, stop wasting our got dang time respectfully.
I don't know what to tell them.
Smoke City 2.0 said, nah, baby, you for the streets. We don't want you at all. Light skinned women feel like they on top of the world.
Dang, he really do
Never
got
said
smoke.
that. I don't know where they got
Yeah,
that from.
right. That sounds like some hating ish to say though. Light skinned women think they're on top of the world, feel like they're on
It
top of the
does
world.
sound like he's a southern dude.
Yeah.
He sounds southern as hell, and
Yeah.
she's not. So she's like, you know, and you're right. She did, and she's right. She didn't say that. Like,
Hmm. I used to hate when people used to say stuff like that to me. Like, you think you better than people. Like, who said that? You must think I'm better than
mind
you.
read. Yeah, like these be those mind readers. Yeah.
Right. So weird.
Okay. New X vacancy, I think, said, girl, don't nobody want that used up cootie cutter. Finish your career and retire. SBC about to have a field day. By the way, love you, Auntie Kendra.
What's SBC?
Okay.
SBC. Anybody in the chat know what SBC is? We kind of lost.
Maybe it's
We have,
another person that covers Kendra G like you.
maybe. Yeah. Auntie Kendra. That sucks when you get old and people start calling you auntie. I don't like that. What's the age where you're in auntie territory? What do
You
you
can be
think
a,
the age?
you can be an auntie at any age.
I know, but when they call, that's something that young people usually call older people auntie.
No, that's just something that they talk about when a woman is single past her prime.
Gotcha.
Because like
Okay.
they call Vivica Fox an auntie. I mean, typically they say rich auntie, but auntie nonetheless.
Somebody said late 40s when they start calling you auntie.
Yeah,
SBC is another channel. Okay.
that makes sense.
Nice. That is definitely a Southern dude thing to say.
Okay, then I'm gonna stop here and go back to my questions. Debt-free dad said, are you looking for a relationship or customers? I'm
Oh, good
confused.
question.
She's on her Ashley Madison-ish. The Book of Luke, Uncle Luke. So do you want a relationship or are you just trying to get more people, more sugar daddies?
That's a good
I
point.
absolutely am not on for sugar daddies. This is not even the place to find that. Um, I was really just trying to see, you have a lot of success stories and you have had other
Also,
women that are the same.
okay, I'm pretty sure that Kendra had a lot of success stories, but
Mm-hmm.
she don't really need that. Like, she would gain a lot of traction on any social media dating platform, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Especially having such a wide range of men that she's interested in.
Right.
So she don't really need hundreds of thousands of people blowing up her inbox. Her inbox is already full, I'm sure.
Right.
So yeah, miss me with this whole she's doing it. There is some type of clout that she wants from Kendra G. She is a fangirl of Kendra G, as she did with the random outburst. Um, so so is she doing it for clients is the question. Quite possibly, because people do want to add a personality to, um, like, clients do want a personality that sets them aside from every other light skinned chick that they can, pay for in Sacramento.
Right.
So, yeah, so she do want to add some personality, some intrigue, and um, and I don't know how those sites work, but if it's a swipe left, swipe right thing, and they're just swiping for pussy, when they see her and then they remember her from Kendra G, they're gonna be like, okay, I'll give this a try.
Mm-hmm. I would say so. I would say she's there for clout and clients because you know how Kendra G tells people to give their social media platform and she'll give hers and then she'll
Mhm.
have people in her DMs. Oh yeah, if you need another
Exactly.
sugar daddy, yeah. So definitely for clout.
Yeah. What she if she plans on monetizing the clout or how, I don't know, but I do think that is an aspect of it.
Definitely is.
Career field is me, and I'm confused. Like, are usually the paid questions this mean? Because I remember I've watched other highlights and like girls were talking about they were full on prostitutes, and I don't remember you reading any
Wait,
paid
wait, wait,
questions
wait,
and it
wait.
being like that.
Oh, let me pause it.
Well, I will say I've had
She say full on prostitute. So what is she, a half on prostitute? What was that about?
I think she mean like a streetwalker. She's an escort. It's a little different. Guess she's on a site. They choose
But
her.
they're
They
both
pay her.
prostitutes. They're both complete prostitutes. I mean, what's the venue has just changed. Just kind of like that's kind of like I don't know, Denny's saying that, yeah, but Burger King is a full on restaurant. It's like, well, you're both restaurants.
Right. Yeah, she just don't want that title. That's all.
Well, she don't want the title full on.
No. She even changed the title of escort to luxury companion. She wanted to make it
Oh
sound
yeah,
so. She don't want to be called no streetwalker or no prostitute. Believe that.
it's one of those executive assistant type deals. Yeah.
Exactly.
sex workers before. They weren't always on the YouTube show. They were on different platforms. And the paid questions probably started on YouTube, I want to say maybe 4 months ago. So, but whether it was a paid question or not, the women that you're referring to, and one in particular, I remember she was in Toronto. She definitely got a lot of flack in the comment section. So the
It
paid
was
questions are just really what they're going to be saying about, huh?
that girl with the short hair.
Yes.
Yeah, like I didn't find anything wrong with. I watched that. Like I
But she got a lot of people coming for her in the comment section. So the paid questions are just what you should expect to read in the comment section. They've definitely got it in the comment section too.
Huh?
but you
But
shouldn't.
honey, let me
That's
ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What did you think people would say?
Did you say pause it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like I understand that they weren't kind, but you came up here and you said that you're a luxury companion, which means men pay you for your time. You admitted that you had sexual activities with some of them. So, what did you think my cousins, if you're familiar with my show, would say about you? Let's be honest. Like at this moment, we're 4 years in. You should know about my show. You should know about the energy. And I don't understand how you're surprised by what people are saying.
Maybe I was just a little naive because I didn't think it was that different from someone that dates men like regularly. I don't,
What?
you
Well,
know,
honey, you said that you get paid like this is your job. So there's
different.
people that date men regularly. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, what's the difference if because we do the same things that people do when they date for free. Like we go out, we go on vacations,
Pause it.
and then sometimes we'll sleep together. But
So somebody got her into that lifestyle. Likely another woman, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe a PIMP, but it's more
Right.
likely another woman. But that's what they do. They do that all the time. And you probably had it too. Guys say stuff like that, especially. So I remember the first time I came across this concept. This chick who was a friend of somebody I was dating said said that a member of 112, the group 112,
Mm-hmm.
said that to her. He was like, "You do it to broke niggas anyway, so why not do it for me?" Trying to
Wow.
convince her, smash. And I don't. She didn't tell me if she did it or not, but she did say that that logic makes sense to her.
Right.
So it seems like that for whatever reason that logic just resonates with somebody.
Right.
You know,
I don't know. I'm
with
confused.
a certain type of woman.
Mm. I don't know, but somebody said she thinks dating is free, and it's not. You know. So I don't know why she say, "Oh, I do the same thing as people who date for free." That's
Well, I
weird.
mean, her logic is instead of her paying the restaurant, pay her. Like that's how they lure girls in. Like, instead of for having a guy pay, this amount of money for the restaurant, you know, then why not have them pay you? But you see, because a person can follow that logic, that makes them not wifey material. I mean, because by that logic, somebody can come to you later on in life and say, you're doing this with your husband for free. I don't see the difference. You might as well take this X amount of money and do me right now. Like somebody can present that to her while married, right?
Right.
You know, because she don't really see sex as something that you reserve for somebody that you have an emotional attachment with, which is what would make a
I don't know how they do it, GC.
huh? Do what?
No, I don't know how people can just spread their legs and give it to everybody. Like, if
Well,
I'm not
everybody X amount of dollars.
emotionally, but it's still, I still can't do it for, I don't care what the dollar amount is. It's just so hard for me. I guess
Hmm.
my morals, like, it would suck for me and him, believe me, because I'm not gonna be into it. I'm not gonna fake my moans or none of that. So,
There wouldn't be any intimacy.
yeah, like it just, I can't do it.
Hmm.
But I guess it's like being an actress when you're a prostitute. I guess you gotta pretend that you're into it,
Yeah.
and fake.
Well, I mean, what it's saying is that she's emotionally detached from sex. So she can either do it, because it's all the same to her. It's not an emotional attachment, meaning that, she can fake an emotional attachment, um, um, which should be a red flag for, somebody who's considering marrying her because she's a professional faker. That's one thing. And another thing is that she's trained her like many people with her occupation has trained herself to separate the emotional aspect of sex and just look at the financial aspect of it, which means that she's really not. And this is why one of the many reasons why you don't make a hoe into a housewife.
Mm,
You
because
know,
of this.
Yeah, exactly. Like like a woman can either she can emotionally attach to sex or she can't. If she can emotionally attach to sex, and that means that she has an emotional attachment to each and every single man that's paid her for pussy, which is bad. And
Horrible.
if she don't have an emotional attachment to sex, it means that she can't emotionally attach to you sexually, which is bad also.
It's much easier to just get one man and keep him, and he'll spend his money on you, and you'll do what you got to do as a woman to keep him satisfied, and that's the
Right.
easiest
Well,
thing to
she's come to that
do.
conclusion now. Yeah. I mean, well, that's why she is where she is, right?
Yeah, true. You got a
Like,
point.
I mean, that's like here we are.
Hmm.
I just get paid. So what's the difference? Except for the fact that
Well,
I are getting my bills paid. What's the difference for a girl that dates men regularly and for free? Really?
okay, well let's get into them. Okay, let me answer that for you. Let me answer that for you. What
Yeah.
you have to realize, and I think all women have to realize, let's say you are trying to be bought by a man, right? Your goal is here to get a guy. So you want a good guy, as you said, a God-fearing man at that. And I'm gonna put this in an example of a product so women can understand, right? So it's not about, some women might agree with you. Some women might say, well, she's doing the right thing. At least she getting money, while she has sex. Like there might be women that might agree with you, but guess what? You're not here for other women. You're here for a man. And what you're telling us is you want a man to buy you. You want a man to take you off the shelf from all other men. Well, men who usually buy women, a.e.,
Was it?
marry them, they like exclusivity.
Coming. I'm
They're
sorry.
looking for something that they can say is their own. Nobody else has had.
Go back like 20 seconds. Press J twice.
Okay.
Okay. Press L once. What is that?
What she's doing with her hand? I don't know.
Is she praying to the goddess of hoes? Like what is that?
That's what she looked like she doing. The whole goddess.
Like Lilith, give me strength. Lilith, give me strength. Lilith, give me strength.
Right.
Is that like a diamond hoe god out there? Like what is that?
She throwing up dynasty signs and whatnot. I don't know what that is,
Oh,
but she looks crazy.
chakra symbols, root chakras. I'm on a trip.
Not chakra symbols. I don't know. All right,
Root
continue.
chakras. Yeah, yeah.
Men who usually buy women, a.e., marry them, they like exclusivity. They're looking for something that they can say is their own. Nobody else has had this before. So when
Okay,
you come
yeah.
up here and you say that you are a woman for a lot of men, and now there are some men who are not interested in buying women. Those are the men that's probably gonna hit you up because they like, she my type of speed. She cute. She just wants some money, fun times. I don't gotta keep up with her. You might be perfect for a married man, to be quite honest. A married
Ah,
man who's probably not satisfied in his marriage, wants a weekend girl, knows he can give you some money and not have to worry about no backlash of
but
you
that's her
getting back with his
clientele,
wife.
isn't it?
Now the man that might
Yeah, that's exactly her job. So I don't know why Kendra. That's what she
Well,
does.
it's like Kendra is encouraging her.
Right.
be looking for a wife, you may be a turnoff to him because this man
It's like Kendra don't want her to stop doing whole
Yeah.
activity. She's trying to discourage her from stopping what she's doing and finding a man. It seems like
Yep.
she wants her to continue to hoe. Like, well, no man is gonna want you. You might as well do what you've been doing.
Yeah.
That's what older women do. Can't
Because
remember, Kendra.
she was like, yeah, you're right. Maybe she should rethink her career choice. But Kendra
Right.
G, like, like you should deal with married men who only want something for the weekend. Like, it's weird.
It is weird, but this is what you've been talking about for so long because I've been paying attention to you for a long time. You've been
Mhm.
talking about older women who try to sabotage younger women.
Exactly.
And it does seem like that's what Kendra's trying to do. So
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be clear. Every guy here would pick the woman on the right versus the one on the left because the one on the right comes with fresh eggs, while the one on the left comes with frozen eggs.
right.
So, it's the difference between like fresh fish and frozen fish, microwave fish. Like it's a whole different thing.
That's a good analogy.
Hmm.
Yeah, Kendra is not. Yeah, let's continue.
She's not her friend.
And also
She
not
sure, she
exclusive.
sure ain't. Kendra should be like, you know what, babe? You're absolutely right. You should stop, and hopefully, a man comes your way. You're still young. You're still attractive. It's not too late to get out of this. Like that's how I would be talking to a 25-year-old, and I'm way younger than Kendra.
Hmm.
I'm in my 30s. I'm in between the two. So
Right.
I would be talking to her a lot different than Kendra is.
Yeah.
So I
Can
think
I
what you have to understand is who you're asking to buy you and the way you're selling yourself.
say something really quick, Kendra?
Of course.
So
Oh,
I
her
don't
fingers
be
are long.
like talking to too many people about this except for my
Oh,
homegirls.
what you say?
And I do want to say
I
now
said her
I
fingers is
understand why
long.
that one comment said like you are wasting time, but
Yeah. She
Her
does
fingers
look like
is.
an alien. Like E.T. has long fingers. Remember E.T.?
I do remember ET.
Yeah, so she has long fingers like him, and she has the features like him too.
Mm.
Wow. Like the cheekbones and the mouth, like in the mouth area, she looks like E.T.
I'm surprised you've seen ET.
I have a
That's a
40
that's before your time.
I have a 47-year-old sister. I seen Ghostbusters, all the movies from the 80s because of my sister. Like I seen everything.
I think ET was the
Everything.
70s though.
Oh, the 70s. Yeah. My sister kept me up on those old movies.
Oh,
All right, let
okay,
me
live and learn.
Can I just pull up ET real quick? I just want to really compare them.
Well,
Real
after the thing because we've been pausing a lot.
I know. I'm coming. I have it up. Let me just I'm sorry. Let me
Damn
just
it.
pull up ET real quick. I feel like it's a close match. Hold on. Is there a way for me to put two screens up? No, right?
Not that I know of.
All right, look at her face. Look around the mouth and the lip area and the cheeks, right? I feel like I'm being so mean right now. All right, so you saw that, right? So let's go to ET's picture. The mouth. She don't look at the long fingers. She don't look like him to you?
I mean, okay. Here's the thing, Melody. You just did what you accused Kendra of doing. You do realize that, right? You just like we was just talking about how like Kendra not your friend, but you're not her friend either, because
No, but it's so funny to me.
I
I've
know it's
been
funny.
thinking,
Yeah.
all right, people like facts. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just funny. I just felt like that. But okay, let's continue.
I understand.
I'm sorry, JC. I'm just trying to be a comedian like you tonight.
No, it's good. It's good.
But if I was talking to her, I wouldn't do that. Like Kendra's talking to her and trying to make a fool of her. I would actually be trying to help her.
True. It is a difference because she's giving her bad advice. That's the difference.
Right. All right.
but like at the same time, you have to understand. I guess I've been living a delusion that bit because once you explained everything, it actually totally makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand the male's perspective. You got to ask the guy that is seeking what you say you want, which is a husband, a God-fearing man you can have kids with, why he may be completely turned off by this lifestyle. Doesn't mean you're not going to have men. I don't think you'll ever be lonely. I think you will forever have companionship. And who knows? Maybe like
Well, is
that's why
it
men that are willing.
setting her up some more? I don't think you'll ever be lonely. She's a Catwoman now.
Mm-hmm.
Like this setting her up. She's like, oh yeah, 50 years from now things is gonna be, or 25 years from now things are gonna be exactly as they are now. You'll never be lonely. All right.
Hmm.
Keep telling bitches that.
Right. Instead of telling her, listen, if you don't settle down, stop what you're doing, find a man right now, you will be lonely. Those two cats will be the only thing you have.
Yeah.
Kendra's not doing that.
Oop.
To buy you and spend money on you. I don't know if there's any serious opportunities in those spaces because they've already proven that they're willing to give you money for you being who you are.
Yeah. Um. Damn. I shouldn't have came on this show, but at the same time, maybe it was good that I did because yeah, you.
And it's a shame because she's really taking in what she's saying, but
Well,
Kendra's not
she's
saying the right
easily
stuff.
influenced, which means that she probably came across the wrong influence that told her exactly what she's telling us, which is you do it for free anyway.
Right. I wish Kevin Samuels was still alive. Imagine her going on Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue on my questions. Did I ask you the deal breakers?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm asking you, do you know your deal breakers?
I just don't want him to have been convicted of any violent.
Okay,
Yeah.
you
She
told me that. Okay, you
already
did tell me
said
that.
that.
We went past that. Should he look a certain way?
Um, no, I don't really care about looks too much. Just be well groomed.
Be well groomed. Now, what about money? Because you're used to men with money.
If it's a guy that is gonna be my soulmate, you don't gotta be hella rich or nothing. Just have your own thing and be take care of yourself. And then if we were to have a kid while I'm pregnant, I don't want to have to work.
So once you get pregnant, you don't want to have to work.
While I'm
She said
pregnant,
while
no.
she's
And then
pregnant.
once I have our baby,
See how she's trying to set her
for like
up?
the first year, well,
Yeah. She just wants some good content. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, like she tried to paint it like, okay, after you get pregnant, you'll never work again. She said no, while she's pregnant, she don't want to have to be lifting boxes, like which
Exactly. Well, she shouldn't have
yeah,
to.
which there's logic to that, yeah.
Yeah. So she's pretty much saying she want a man with a stable job who can hold it down while she's pregnant for 9 to 10 months.
Yeah, exactly. What do you mean to 10? This dog
Like
big ass baby still
once,
10
no, but
months?
once the baby is born, because see, I don't
Yeah, I
believe
know.
in like
Uh,
babies in daycares and yeah.
yeah,
So she would need an extra 6 months actually to stay with the baby. I say.
agreed.
while it's like a little baby, I don't want to work. And then after, when I'm old enough to go to daycare, then I'll become a real estate agent.
Okay. So there's no money requirement, but enough money when it's time for you to have a baby.
Yeah, but we have to keep in mind that I live in California. I live in a really, really expensive area. So, like, you gotta, like, I'm not really sure with like how much you have to make yearly to be able to like support a family out here, but I think it's probably about like 80K or something. I don't know.
Probably more than that in California. What do you think?
well, she said support a family. And she's in Sacramento. She's not in LA.
Hmm. Okay.
So I could see that happening, yeah. Put it like this: there's people with families who are like, you walk into Walmart, the person that greets you probably has a family and they don't make 80K
Right.
in California, so
So to live comfortably, it got to be at least 80K. Or is that
okay.
middle
Well,
class?
I'm gonna look up a decent size 2-bedroom apartment in Sacramento. Give me a second.
Okay.
Zillow.
Everybody in the chat, hit the like button now. I want to see these likes go up drastically. Hit the like button, share, share, share. We need more people in here, so I want you guys to share the platform. Also, subscribe if you are new to me and to Game Changer.
All right, so far I'm seeing like 1 bed, 1 bath for 1300 a month. Let me
That's
see how much.
normal.
Let me see how much the twos are. So two bed, two bath. I see. I don't know what it looks like. I'm not gonna like click on it and stuff, but I see one here for $1,700. So, which means that let's just round it off to 2,000 with energy bill and garbage and water and stuff like that. So yeah, at the end you're paying 24,000 a year. So outside of that, like if you have so basically 80K, um, it may be a little high.
Hmm.
Yeah, that may even be a little high.
So you think maybe the average would be about 70K?
Well, I'm trying to think with taxes. So 80 with taxes is probably like 56, meaning that after the 24K, um, you have $31,000 a year left over.
Hmm.
I don't think that it takes 35,000 additional dollars
Well,
a
what
year.
about the diapers and the food and the clothes and the toys that the kid want to play with and the schooling? Like me, I would want homeschooling or maybe private school. You got to pay for school.
Well,
You got to
private
pay.
school is a different category.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not. We're not talking about. I mean, private school is a luxury expense.
What about daycare? Like after a while, she's gonna
Well,
have
if
to go
she's a
back to
stay-at-home
work.
wife, then there's what's the need for daycare?
Yeah, but what about her going back to work?
Well, if you're going back to work, then she would add to the household income.
Okay.
You
RZA
know,
said
like
90K.
if he makes say 50 or so, then whatever she makes when she goes back to work would add to the household income, bringing it past 80.
That's true. Well, RZA said 90K
And
would
we're
make.
not talking about the maximum; we're talking about the minimum. You know,
Hmm.
because she's saying like at least 80K. I'm like she could probably do lower. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to set her up with a Mexican homie that makes 65.
Yeah, no, I think that's too low for to start a family. Probably
Okay.
definitely 90. Like RZA said, 90 would make.
I'm saying that people who make 65K have families
But they're
here.
struggling. They're eating sardines for dinner and stuff.
Um, I don't know, but I do know that they do it.
In California, I think
Listen,
places.
okay. I don't think people understand because if the only people who had families were the ones that made 80K or above, there would be no families. Only like 25% of people make over 80K. So, like, and society would not sustain if only 25% of people had families. So, people, and I don't know what they do, but people make do.
Hmm, I get what you're saying,
They do.
but
Like,
you're
it's
settling. You're making do. You're like low income at this point. Yes, you have kids,
well,
but now
you're the
you're
same
struggling.
income that you were if you didn't have a family. You're just using that income on something else. Americans just have like a ridiculously high expense, you know.
But
I mean,
babies
the
are
fact that you tried
expensive.
to say that, I was like, you have 31K of disposable income, or 30, I was say 35K of disposable income, and you're like diapers and kid. Who spends $35,000 on diapers and shit? That's
No,
come on now. Like it, no matter what, the expense of the kid would not add up to $35,000 a year.
see, unless you're frugal, because you're very frugal.
I
So
am
I
very
think the
frugal.
only way that 60K will work is if someone's frugal and don't buy a lot of things. And then what about maintaining yourself and your appearance and buying clothes for yourself? And your hair and your nails, all that count towards expenses. Like I still want to look good as a mother. I still want to feel good. I still want to buy clothes. I still want to buy groceries for the household. I got to buy cleaning products, you know, clothes for the baby. My husband's going to
But
have to wear clothes. Everybody has to look good. Sneakers. That's expensive. If
it
you
does
have a
not
dog.
add ability under any circumstances. That does not add up to 35K. It does not. That's like $3,000 a month.
What about the apartment?
I no, I said that that's how much you have left over after the apartment cost. Remember, I looked up the apartment cost and then I subtracted the 24,000.
What about the food? It's a lot that comes, the water bill, the electric
This
bill.
stuff, this Melody, this stuff. I have bills. This stuff does not add up to $3,000 a month. It doesn't.
Mm. Right. The baby needs saving. Exactly, Riza. You need to do a savings account for the child. Not only that, but what about when your kid gets a little older, you want to give them allowance.
Okay, well that's fine. Y'all wait to. Okay, I mean, people who make less than 80K shouldn't have kids. I got you. Good luck with that,
No,
society.
I mean living in places like New York, California, San Francisco,
California's a state,
Miami.
and see, New York is what you're referring to as a city, and California is a state. She lives in Sacramento. This is not the same. It's not like the entire state is not the same price as San Francisco. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Just like you have places like Albany and stuff, which probably have more reasonable rent than kind of like the capital of New York is cheaper than New York City. The capital of California is cheaper than Los Angeles or San Francisco.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
Kind of like the capital of New York, Albany, is cheaper than New York City. The
Yeah,
capital of California is cheaper than Los Angeles. That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. It makes sense. It makes sense. Somebody said gas, car services, food. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said money doesn't make the family. Love makes the family. Okay, okay.
Well, I don't know why people think that babies cost $3,000 a month. I mean,
They're
but
expensive.
hey, have the child support courts revisit this when your ass is stuck there. Like, well, you said that babies cost $3,000 a month, so there you go.
It's
Because that's
not
what these bras be doing.
right. It's not just the baby though. It's everything else around it.
Well, whatever you want to call it,
Yes.
that's how much they're gonna charge your ass. You
Okay.
just justified it. Somebody said that apartment cost is fake. I don't know. Like, I just went to Zillow, and that's what came up. I didn't make it up. I don't have no need to make shit up.
Yeah, he did just go and research it. But okay.
So what is West Sacramento different than
Well, I was
like Sacramento proper? Because it says West Sacramento. Is that it? That's how much it costs. And that's not the
Maybe.
only one. There's more than one that costs that.
Maybe.
think it would be hard for you to be with a man that doesn't have money because you're used to men with money. So how is that going to work when you're used to men giving you money all the time, and now maybe there's a guy who might care for you but can't afford you? How would you even respect that guy?
Yes. The only things that make me not respect the guy is when he's like hella insecure and stuff. But I guess actually it's understandable why he would be insecure, because usually when I talk to guys, I just tell them I'm a dancer because that's what I used to do. And then they be like really insecure about that. So then I don't be respecting them because it's like, what the hell? Yeah.
Okay, so 80K is what you're saying. Kayla, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. I'm wearing my because I'm about to go somewhere, but hopefully you can see my body good enough. It's tight. So we'll see. But
Okay, you seem like you're small.
yeah, I am 5'2" and I weigh 110.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ah, see?
Okay,
Ah, that's your goal.
Not 110. She's
okay.
too skinny.
Uh,
Mm-mm. 125 is the lowest I'll go. 130.
Her client's not complaining.
Hmm?
I said her client's not complaining though. Just saying.
No, they're not complaining, but I'm 5'2" as well. I'm the same height. I don't think I want to be 110. I was, last time I was 110 was like 13. I like, when I became around 120, no, 115, no, 120 to 135, I had the nicest shape ever. Like, and it was all me. Curves, flat stomach, everything. Like,
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to get back to. 110, she's skinny.
Kayla, so you told us your profession. When was your last relationship outside of your profession?
Well, I are we talking about a serious relationship? Like really serious?
Yeah.
Okay. The last time I had a really serious relationship was probably 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. And like that was a boy that like I lived with and everything. But um that was before I started doing any type of like I was not a sugar baby. I was not dancing. I was like fresh out of college and stuff. Well, I had like left college to go be with him and then like I went back. But yeah. I still like date guys or whatever now, but it never ends well because they're always like insecure. So 4 years ago was my most serious relationship where I lived with someone.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Mm, I think it's been like about a week.
Was that one of your sugar daddies?
Yes.
Okay.
All
The
right,
last
pause it.
Read this. Wait, what you gonna
I,
say?
oh sorry, I was gonna say the last.
There we go.
Okay. So you see what I mean? She went a week without.
Yeah.
So, it's not steady work.
No, because a real prostitute, they get it every day, by all
Several
means
times a day.
necessary. Yeah.
Several times a day.
Several times a day, yes. Which I never understood, GC, how a woman, because I think I think the box hurts after one time of intercourse. So how can these women keep going, keep going and keep going without being in pain?
Hmm.
That's the weird part to me.
Right.
I guess
You
they're like doing it up multiple holes or whatever. I don't know. But it's
bring up a good
gross.
point. Yeah. They probably develop like, a tolerance, a
Maybe.
penal
That can be it.
tolerance.
That can be it.
Last time I've been intimate without paid was about a month ago.
Oh, without being paid was a month ago. Okay. Dream Edmond
Oh
said,
wait,
I thought God
did
preaches
she
for
move
us
it from
to
a week
not
to a month?
pass judgments.
Huh? No,
Did she
she said the
go for?
last time she was paid by a client was a week ago. The last time she did it for free was a month ago.
Who was that with? Why is she not with that person?
Let's see what Kendra, if Kendra asked. I think she asked her that. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay.
The last
Let me read this. Wait, what you gonna
out
say?
oh sorry, I was gonna say the last time I've been intimate without paid was about a month ago.
Oh, without being paid was a month ago. Okay. Dream Edmond said,
Oh,
I thought God preaches for us
she brushed over that. Okay.
Hmm.
to not pass judgments and give those a chance who are seeking the change. She
Right.
said she said she would give it up.
That's what we said, GC. You see that? I thought
Hmm.
God preaches for us not to pass judgment and to give those a chance who are seeking to change. She said she would give it up. Right.
Hmm.
Well, Dream Edmond, this is the problem right here. God don't pass judgment, but people do. Men pass judgment, women pass judgment. When you're gonna learn only God loves you unconditionally. And your mama, this is the problem right here because y'all expected humans to love you the way God love you, and that's the biggest lie. And wake the hell up from that dream. Dreaming, you dreaming. I see why your name is dreaming because you're dreaming. This is the
And that
problem right here. Y'all don't want to have real talk. Y'all don't want to have real talk and let her know sincerely how she's being perceived by other men. And this is how other women at times keep women in a cycle because there's hateful criticism and there's constructive criticism with love. And at the end of the day, Kayla, real talk is you can be who you want to be in this world. But for the type of man you said you want, he's going to judge your behavior. So dream, wake the hell up and be in the real world with the rest of us.
I don't understand that comment either because the first half was like correct, and then at the end she said she would give it up. What does that have to do with anything that has to do with
No,
like?
she's saying that she's defending you, and she's
Oh,
saying that you said you would give up the behavior.
oh yes, that's actually what I'm working on. The day I told my mom about this, it was a month ago. Um, I was at the tattoo shop and I got this tat that said Dream Girl, and like before I got the tat, I called my mom on the phone and I like admitted everything. Like I told her everything, and I was like, I'm getting this tat because I want to become my own dream girl, and my own dream girl doesn't live that type of life. And when I was younger, I thought that being my dream girl would be like physical, you know? But now I realize because I'm getting older, my dream girl is not just being beautiful on the outside. It's like how, you know, the type of
This chick is
lifestyle I
funny.
live as well. And
Giving out.
Oh no, what did I do?
I don't know,
Yes.
but I don't know where the stopping point was. But the last thing she said was Dream Girl. So
Oh, I think it was right here.
really, that close to the end?
Yeah.
sure, I'll give my Snapchat. That's the
Oh no.
only social.
I do. I say you're 25. I say here's the deal. We are all doing this. I believe in the law of attraction. You're always attracting the energy that you put out. Like whatever.
I didn't hear him.
Kayla, real talk is you can be who you want to be in
Right
this
here,
world.
right?
But
Yeah, right
for
there.
the type of man you said you want, he's going to judge your behavior. So dream, wake the hell up and be in the real world with the rest of us.
I don't understand that comment either because the first half was like correct, and then at the end she said she would give it up. What does that have to do with anything that has to do with
No,
like?
she's saying that she's defending you, and she's
Oh,
saying that you said you would give up the behavior.
oh yes, that's actually what I'm working on. The day I told my mom about this, it was a month ago. Um, I was at the tattoo shop and I got this tat that said Dream Girl, and like before I got the tat, I called my mom on the phone and I like admitted everything. Like I told her everything, and I was like, I'm getting this tat because I want to become my own dream girl, and my own dream girl doesn't live that type of life. And when I was younger, I thought that being my dream girl would be like physical, you know? But now I realize because I'm getting older, my dream girl is not just being beautiful on the outside. It's like how, you know, the type of lifestyle I live as well. And I've been like so blind. Like I actually deleted my Instagram like a year ago, but like I was so blind following all these like IG models. When I was in ATL, I was hanging out with them, and I thought that's how I wanted to live. Like, but now I'm realizing like no, I actually like a simple life. I love taking care of my house and taking care of my cats and hanging out with my family. And so yeah.
I will say this: I give young passes. I know some people don't give young passes. I do. I say you're 25. I say here's the deal. We are all doing this. I believe in the law of attraction. You're always attracting the energy that you put out. Like whatever. And if you don't like the energy that you're receiving, all you could do is change yourself to receive another energy. But I believe in young behavior, and I believe that time teaches, and I do believe you could change. But I will say this on my show.
I can't give the young pass because we were all young once, and all of us wasn't selling a box. So
Agreed.
that's not an excuse, Kendra.
Agreed.
Right? Like,
I mean,
yeah.
not only that. I mean, she probably did it with the intention. Maybe not her, but I'm pretty sure that there are 3 or 4 out there that does it, knowing that they'll get a young pass. So they're like, okay, I'll find somebody that'll give me a young pass, and then when I'm older, I'll retire to some penis.
Exactly. But 25 is not even all that young. Like at 25, I was well aware of what I was doing, and I knew I had to keep the box in the bag. I knew I couldn't just be out there giving it up to everybody. Like that's crazy.
Hmm.
You give it up, but give it up to that one person, not a whole bunch of men that you don't even know. And also, she's not thinking about diseases like condoms break, or she can get herpes just from contact. She don't even have to like do it raw.
Yeah,
She
with the
can
condoms.
still
Yeah.
yeah, with the condoms or by giving head or anything. It's very dangerous. It's a dirty game. So at 25, she should know better.
Today
That is one
as
thing
a
about
luxury
whoremongering.
companion.
I'm
Yes, the
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry, GC. What'd you say?
That is one thing about whoremongering is that I don't. I think they do condoms with, or they give head with condoms on, or something, or no head. But either way, it's bad.
It's horrible. And not only that, but I also believe in like the spirits getting inside of her. They say when you have sex with different men, different spirits and stuff get into you. Do you believe in that?
I don't know.
It's a
I
weird
heard it,
thing.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Soul ties. Thank you, Swag. Soul ties. All these soul ties with different men that you don't even know.
Man that you might want to take you serious probably is not going to take you serious. But do I think that you're going to have a lack of men? No, I think you actually might have a lot of men that might reach out to you. So I don't think I think you'll get a high probability of guys, to be quite honest. The question is, are they going to be the type of guys you really want? What are three flaws you want to work on?
My career, my alcohol intake, and my temper.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Kayla?
Because I take care of myself, my house, and I'm educated and smart and caring. I try my hardest to improve every single day, and I could confidently 1,000% say that every year I do improve more and more. Because if you would have talked to me last year for that, you would have talked to a whole nother girl.
Okay. I'm gonna let
So
you decide. You have more paid questions, but it's up to you if you want them or not.
I'm curious, but I know they're gonna be really mean, and I don't want to get off of here and my feelings hurt.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you decide. So no,
but yeah,
that's fair. I'm gonna let you decide. We already read a couple.
yeah,
Let me
I'm
see if
pretty
there's
sure.
a positive. Let me see if there's a positive one though for you. Um, well, this one said, "To real foremost, thank you to all who spoke the truth in love." Um, okay. I'll leave it at that. All right, let's do this. How could the guy? She wants a
Oh,
God fearing
people,
man. She,
people really had that many bad things to say. Oh my god!
baby girl, you came on the show and said that you get paid to be with men. What did you think they were gonna say, honey?
I mean, at least I was on. You, here's the
Huh?
crazy. At least I was honest. There are a lot of girls that do this stuff every single day, but they will not admit it. They be
She
Well,
nurses.
has a
you
point
can in
there.
a minute. Maybe you should have lied to me.
What you say?
She has a point there.
Oh, let me press J. I don't know which one you're talking about.
No, she when she just said at least I was honest. She don't have to press A, but she
Oh,
said at
I
least I
did
was honest.
already. Damn. Yeah, she was honest.
There are a lot of girls that do this stuff every single day, but they will not admit it. They be
Well,
nurses.
you should in a minute. Maybe you should have lied to me. Excuse me. Maybe you should have followed that suit and lied. Shit, I don't know.
Maybe
But
I. Wait, could I ask you a favor? Please don't make me a highlight.
that's impossible. That's impossible. It's the first thing I say when you start the show. No videos come down.
Do you choose your highlights based off of like who is the most outrageous or something?
I mean, I just said we have all types of highlights. We have people who are
Uh-huh.
very great catches. We have people that are memorable moments like you. We have people that get paid. I mean, excuse me, that got married. So I've had highlights people that thought they were absolutely boring, and I thought they were great catches. So I highlighted them.
Okay, well, before we go, I just want to say one thing. Um, F what the comments got to say. Kendra, I really appreciate you for your honesty. Like, I'm not really that close to my mother, and you gave me a lot of
Oh,
advice,
pause
so
it.
I really
Dang it.
appreciate that. And I'm gonna carry this with me for the rest of my life.
Did you see?
Why she say she really not that close to her mother, and but she requires that the guy be close to his mother.
Yeah, that don't make sense. Hypocrite.
It does not make sense.
Yep. I'm glad you caught that. That was a good observation. I didn't catch that.
Life, and maybe I'll come on in a few months, and I'll tell you I'm living totally different. You feel me? So thank you, regardless.
Welcome. And I want to say this to you with love. Just start learning the energy you put out is the energy you're gonna get back, right? So listen, I know plenty of women who do what you do. They like the woman that you described actually, the white woman, she was very confident in that. She didn't care about the comments, what the comments had to say. I remember she said she had a customer coming up next. Like she was bold with it and she didn't give a shit. And that's who she was. And although that's not who I am, I respected her for walking in what her truth was. But
Pause
I
it.
don't know if this is your truth. You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like I don't.
So she's respecting a hoe. Kendra G is respecting a hoe because she's making it a respectable occupation.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's trying to sabotage this girl.
She really is, but she does that to most of her people that come on there. If you notice,
Mm-hmm.
men and women, that's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Know, like you're not giving me that same this is who I am, this is what I do, and this is what I'm gonna do type of vibe. So I guess I would say to you is if you want to attract something different, then you got to become something different.
honestly, Kendra, yeah, you are actually telling the full blown truth. Like, this is not this is not the profession meant to do, and it just basically like I don't know my story, but shoot, I was about to get evicted, so I just did what needed to be done, and then that's why like I started like more alcohol or whatever, but um yeah, that's why like I've been getting close, like more in touch with my faith lately, and working on just like changing my life, because I could really feel this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, because if I was, I would feel comfortable with it. As you said, I would have came up here and been like, yeah, I do that, and I like, but yeah. So thank you regardless.
Okay. Well, I'm wishing you well, Kayla. Do you want to give out your contact info?
Sure, I'll give my Snapchat. That's the only social media I have. My Snapchat is Holiday Barbie, spelled H
Wait, pause it.
zero Liday.
Snapchat is the only. How is she an escort with no social media presence?
Maybe she's hoeing through Snapchat. I mean, she is young.
Is
She's
that a
only
thing? I don't have a Snapchat.
yeah, but she's only 25. A lot of young people have Snapchats.
No, but I just assumed that they had like Instagrams and stuff too, and like I'm assuming that if you're selling your wares, because her clientele, I'm pretty sure aren't just 25-year-old Snapchatters.
True.
So, like, I don't know.
Maybe she's actually on an escort site. That's how she gets all her clients.
Do they still have escort sites?
I can imagine.
Okay. So there's like the sites that only customers know about. And
Yeah,
she's on that. I got you.
that's what I'm thinking. Because, like you said, how was she a sugar baby on Snapchat when all there is are babies. All there are babies on Snapchat, like 18 to like 25.
Yeah, like I couldn't imagine like a 49-year-old trucker being on Snapchat.
Yeah, I can't either.
Barbie. And my Bitmoji, she has braids and cat ears. So yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Okay. Also, make sure you download the Kendra G Singles dating app.
Girl, I don't think I should do that yet. I think I need to fix myself a little bit first. And
Okay, we'll give you a pause. Okay.
I like that. She's really willing to fix herself. I don't know how I feel about
Well,
her.
it doesn't make sense because, like, if somebody Snapchats her, so she's basically saying that she's not on the market right now, and everything she did for the last 35 minutes was null and void. Like
Got you.
okay, I'm not on the market. I'm gonna fix myself. So a guy, why would somebody Snapchat her right now?
I get what you're saying. Maybe she want to start getting clients through Snapchat too. Through Snapchat, through all
Maybe,
as well as her escort site.
maybe, who knows?
That's probably why she came on Kendra.
Somebody said that she might be on Seeking Arrangements. Makes sense.
Yeah, who knows? I never heard of that though. Seeking
Seeking
arrangement.
Arrangement is like a site for sugar babies and sugar daddies.
Oh, how y'all know about that?
Know about it from well, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody came on my show and talked about it. And also, what's his name? Who talks about it a lot? His name used to be One Master Teacher, but it's like Skylar DeRuin or something like that.
Oh, I remember one master teacher.
Yeah.
Music.
So he still has a show, but he just changed it to his real name. Now that he's retired, I guess. But yeah, he talks about seeking arrangement.
Hmm.
And what he says about it is interesting because he says that the same women who are on regular dating sites are also on seeking arrangements, meaning that they're looking for both boyfriends and escort or and sugar daddies.
Wow. Well, Shara Seven teaches her people to get a sugar daddy.
Yeah,
So I can understand why a lot of women want to do it.
because they want to be like Shira Seven. I
Mhm.
don't understand.
I would never do that. But no, not because they want to be like Shara Seven, but a lot of young girls watch her. So
Well, I mean, she's sabotaging young girls also. I mean, you know, a lot of women are just sabotaging their daughters because they don't want the competition.
yeah, very sickening. And a lot of older women despise that younger women desire older men. They just do. Cause it's
And
like
vice
now
versa.
they're taking, yeah, because now they're taking all the men off the market because no young man really want an older woman.
Yeah, I mean, Vivica Fox would sabotage as many women as she can.
Exactly. I think any of the Fox Soul women will sabotage young women.
Well, that's why they're on Fox. So they're there to sabotage.
Right, exactly. And Kendra G is also there to sabotage as well.
And trust me, like these older chicks, will encourage these girls to go through their whole phase, and then they'll come to me and say, oh, why you want them young girls? They on that whole phase.
Mm. And I know you'd be like, but you had your whole phase already back in the 90s, you know?
You have a dude on here talking about he wanted an old bitch because these young chicks are exactly what the old chicks want them to be. Wasn't he on your show just the last time I was on it?
Oh, yeah, you talking about Clyde Caskets.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say that. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
so yeah, he's being manipulated. Like they manipulate the young chicks, and then they come to dudes like Clyde and say, "You see, these young chicks ain't about nothing."
That's funny.
It's like,
See?
well, they mama ain't about nothing either. Because I mean, obviously,
Mm, interesting. Somebody said they think Kendra actually want to be positive.
maybe,
Who knows?
maybe.
I can't tell. Sometimes the shoe.
Okay, I could see why he would say that viewing this alone, but
Mhm.
this is a pattern, that I pointed out in the past.
Right.
This is a Kendra G pattern of behavior.
I think he's new anyway, so he don't really know. But
Well, new here, or he don't know that I've spoken on this before. I see. Yeah,
right.
but no, this is a conclusion I come to, brother, from other stuff that I've seen her do too.
Hmm.
We cover a lot of these, so stay tuned and hit the subscribe
Yeah,
button.
this is what we do. And then next week when we do it, we'll be covering balloon popping shows.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that as well. But we are a little past the 3 hour mark. So you want to start giving our final thoughts?
No, it was a great show. I'm glad we got through the whole thing, and yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it was an awesome show. Thank you so much, Game
Oh crap! I
Changer.
gotta. No, I'm looking at my watch, trying to figure out what time it is because I gotta. I was supposed to do something at 9, so but now I gotta go somewhere else.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for coming. It was a great show. Thank you for the super chats. I didn't get any cash apps today, but we did get a lot of super chats, so I do appreciate them. Thank you
Yeah,
to everybody.
special thanks to the brother
Oh
that
yeah.
that gave you that 99 cent.
The 99 cent. Yeah, I only got 99 cents.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much, Eric Barber, for that heavy-handed 99.99 cent super chat. We appreciate you. We appreciate Aunt T. Uh let me give everybody a shout out who actually donated. Dane C, we appreciate you. Aunt T, we appreciate you. Demetrius, we appreciate you. Eric Barber, we appreciate you. New Moon, we appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the show. I love you all. We had a great show today. Um, we will be back next week when I get off of vacation because I am going on another cruise with my family. So as soon as I get back, we will be doing another show. And everyone have a great night.
please.
Peace.
Leak, better take off.